Damn, Savant's full shit. What? I don't. It's like doesn't have as much arc. Focus, let's say B5. Oh, like it's not like a consolidated plot. It's like more scattered, I guess. Okay. All right. Foundation was pretty interesting. Almost anything else except V or BSG. V? What the fuck is V? Completely betrayed the books. Watch it like you watch Trek. There are arcs more. You know what? Expanse. Expanse is the one show to rule them all, okay? Alright? Somehow it was just amazing, okay? But then they canceled it. And now I'm sad. I thought it was the best fucking shit I've ever seen. Like I was like, oh my god. I'm constantly on the edge of my seat. I'm watching V. What the fuck is V? Also, I tried to get into like carbon steel or some shit like that before. I was like, nah, this isn't for me. Star Trek sucks. Okay, dude. Okay, that's how I know. Okay, never mind. Your opinion is just incorrect. TNG is my favorite show of all time. TNG is my favorite show of all time. You need, okay, Fantasy Keeps, you need to suggest a show that do you like anything? Do you like anything? Like, you basically just named all of them. You named all the 90s sci-fi shows, okay? I'm sorry, you just named all of them. All the 2000s and 90s sci-fi shows. Like, you're probably, you probably think that X-Files, like, yeah, I don't know. Blue gender? Okay, all right. Are you one of these like I only follow like indie film studios, and that everybody else has you have you even that everybody else don't even know about, but you know it's so cool. Blue genders in anime? Okay, anything that's not anime, please. Anything? To Deep Space Nine. I heard that you really fucked up. I heard they really fucked up X-Files. Okay, well. House MD? No. I don't care about House. Only mid-30s dudes watch House to convince themselves that they're House. Is you a Rome? No. I'd rather watch Animal Planet. Animal Planet. Post live debate? No, I can't do it. I just I can't do it. Okay, I just can't do it. What? Jesus. I just want Jordan Peele to make more movies. Nope was the last one, and that was like what, years ago, I think? Jesus Christ. If we're actually doing this? No, there's no movie debate. That's boring. Oh, Breaking Bad. Maybe I'll just watch Breaking Bad. Maybe, dude, maybe sci-fi just isn't for you, you know? If you dislike all the sci-fi shows, that just makes no sense, right? Like, how could you, like, you can't, it just makes no sense, you know? Majority of people do an MCU movie? No, don't do it. It'll tarnish his reputation if he makes Marvel slop. MPO shorts, maybe. Okay, okay, all right. We need to get to this, guys. We need to get to this. Oh, what the fuck? 80,000 is not okay. Farscape should be on your list. Fine. Let me see. Farscape. What? Oh, 4 seasons? That's not too long. I know it doesn't sound too long, but like, yeah, maybe I'll just watch Farscape actually. Pre 2000 is peak anime though. But you listen, you have a type, you like that type, but it seems like everybody else disagrees with you. But you know, yeah, Dark Matter. I want it to be a complete series. I don't like being hung out to dry. Okay, Firefly. They had to make a movie to make up for it. Okay, I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch me fly. Farscape is excellent. Okay. You know what? I trust Stumbling, okay? My head mod. Alright. She has good taste. Is it Blue Gender? No. That sounds like a trans movie. I think I'm good. Imagine just like Blue Gender. That sounds like some liberal bullshit. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright. I think the other day, there was this person who called in called Duckbringer, and immediately right off the bat, like it's pretty obvious that Duckbringer was a Destiny anti-fan. Okay, she describes herself as a snarker. She describes herself as a Hassan fan, and you know whatever, right? So I received. So Duckbringer contacted me last night. Okay, and she told me that she was leaving the anti-fan space. The reason for that is because they are immensely sexist. Wow, that's amazing. You don't say. And she, as a woman, obviously, she didn't feel welcome in that space. And she told me that, yeah, here is the debate between me and Queeman over Destiny and over other shit, apparently. And apparently Duckbringer spurred out and started calling Queeman a PDF. Based, I guess. To somebody who calls everybody else PDFs, he kind of deserves it, okay? So, you know what? Duckbringer is just a viewer. Duckbringer is just a person in this space. So fair enough, okay? But I do hold Queeman to higher standards, alright? With that being said, okay? He is like one of the core anti-fans. So yeah, this is apparently the confrontation between Duckbringer, former anti-fan now, and she's still an anti-fan. She's still technically a Destiny anti-fan, but she doesn't want to be in this community. And she basically told me, yeah, everything you have said about them was correct. Yeah. So you know what? I'm glad, okay? I know I'm correct, okay? Trust me, I've seen enough. But you know what? That's a long list of confirmations, okay? But, alright, let's see, okay? So this is somebody escaping the cult.
I'm not letting Windy Fox in. He can go burn.
As someone who comes from a totally different space, music.
Yeah, this is Duckbringer. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I know this Sodomate person is apparently insane. I don't know. Fucking know. Oh yeah, I've also been told that Ryle Kittenhouse is the one who sent Duckbringer to me to troll me, maybe to honey trap me. I don't know what it is to do, but it's just such a weirdo. Like this Ryle person was like trying to. I was told that Ryle was trying to get Duckbringer to confront me. Maybe I don't know, something fucking weird. But yeah, Ryle Kittenhouse. That would be Jay Stuck's editor. Yeah. Who is the confirmed domestic abuser. All right. Convicted, by the way. Anyway.
Radio with a much larger following than Chud Logic managing 2 teams at once. I don't understand this space at all. I rely on a lot of, I understand social cues, but I still have to rely on a lot of context provided by other people. But one thing I think I can observe is that the people within the, I guess you would call it the Chud Logic extended.
Apparently, like they were also, like they were arguing on New Year's. This pretty sure this happened on New Year's or something, but whatever. Hey Zorb, thank you so much for the $5, buddy. New jacket. New jacket. Yes.
Shaken, not stirred.
New jacket?
Yes. At first I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. Like maybe this isn't for me because the color isn't black enough. But then I think as I wore it more, the more comfortable I got with it. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't care. Okay.
Universe.
This is how they spent their New Year's. Yes. This is a day ago. Emery is another anti-fan, by the way, but
people that associate with other people who associate with Chud, and just that limited group. None of those people are people I would consider bad actors. Destiny is a bad actor. That's why Chud isn't associated with him. I wouldn't call Queeman or Aiden or Harry or Aiko or Rezi or Emery.
I think it's pretty fine to call. I think it's pretty fine that if you actually believe they're bad actors, I think Perry's more of a troll, obviously. So obviously, I think like he does.
I mean, we have a lot of discussions about it. He's a troll and a kind of doing like an avant-garde art satire.
And somebody is okay with abusing people and engaging in like destructive content.
But you engage in that. You participate in the spaces yourself.
Stop interrupting me. So when somebody engages in destructive content and their community incentivizes them with money for that, I find them to be a reckless actor, even if they don't have real intent originally to engage more in that abusive behavior. They're incentivized by their community to engage more in it. I see a lot of that when it comes to the Perry human space.
What space did you come from, Duckbringer? Like I said, I came from music space. So I just don't feel like I have any.
I came from 4chan.
To listen to people like
I came from 4chan. I came from I did voice threads on 4chan where I voice acted like role play stuff. I did like a lot of shit for people's like stream intros and whatever.
So similar in that it has sardonic humor, but different in intent or like rules. Like I was in 4chan when I was young and part of Project Clambake, where we did all of the attacks on the Church of Scientology by using low orbiting ion cannon to DDoS their websites and then send endless faxes of blank all black pages to empty their ink at nighttime.
I was never technologically literate enough to do anything like that. That's cool.
But that would not be tolerated in this, community. It's a different thing. So like I'm having to learn as I listen, just because I don't listen to NPR as much anymore because it's so bleak. So I just have to listen to people that are in the community because it's very different.
The sick jacket.
I guess my issue is like, for example, making a casual joke about Ryle's fail docs. In a private space that I know, which I think when I originally made it, it was in Snarky Chat. I suspect it's not going to be recorded. People probably recorded it because they're stupid fucks, right? If I'm making a joke in a private space about that, between somebody that I have a long list of DMs with, I almost consider that a safer environment than if I was just blatantly projecting damaging information about somebody in the space. So I probably have a problem with understanding the space in terms of, somebody has a failed docs to claim it's not them, and I make a joke about it in private, versus somebody in public reveals a lot of my information that did damage me actively, that does damage my character, and has damaged my character. Nobody cares about that, but people care about it in the sake of Ryle. Now, I can't say that there was a failed docs, that I wasn't dating Rezi, or that wasn't me, right? Those are things that are going to be attached to me and that I have to own up. So I think the fact that people feel so comfortable about
Rezi is Resevere.
Joking about that aspect of me, but I can't at all joke about that even in private with Ryle, it feels a little hypocritical. I understand how it comes off as edgy, but ultimately I think that if his position is that it's a fail docs, he needs to learn to kind of roll with it, just the same way that if somebody says something about me that is personally identifying to try to get me to react to it, going forward, I need to not respond to it, because that's going to reveal more about my character.
Oh my.
This was how they spent New Year's, by the way.
Let's go to the hospital. Go to that metro.
This was how they spent New Year's. No hoes, no partners, alone forever.
I'll mute Emery.
No love.
Sorry for muting you for so long, Emery. I had a diatribe.
They're all
Also,
old.
I'm gonna ban Winnie Fox.
Probably fat.
Burn in hell.
Where were we at? I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
I think that's Emery's voice.
Oh, Wendy was bothering me about like why you are running or some shit. I don't know. And then I was like,
yeah, I banned him.
Thomas
It's not
News?
matter
Hey,
anymore.
me
He's a troll. I don't give a fuck about him. If you're somebody who's going to antagonize somebody over fucking war crimes that you know that they're personally impacted by,
You know what? At least treat yourself, you know? At least take a break from the internet a little bit, right? But
and that's not a problem. But apparently, me joking about somebody's failed docs is a problem. I don't want to be a part of that community. So if you're a part of that community and that's weird to you,
that's a hard
you're not
taco.
probably going to get along here. I'm going to keep streaming. I'm not going to really interact with Snarky.
I actually
interacted with tonight because I had something to say and people made a big deal about it.
I just
Apparently,
genuinely, I don't know how you think you're any more different from any of the other people you've been criticizing here after today.
I don't abuse women and I don't platform people to make fun of them.
You've been actively,
I don't
actively alluding to people's doxes.
I've never tried to monetize that. I've only done that in private. I've said worse things in private. What do you mean?
You think it's okay to do this to people in private and public VCs or anything like that?
If
Wait, I don't get it. What's the disagreement?
It's the same way that people feel comfortable saying shit about me that's not true.
It still encourages. I again would say that having studied a lot of like private militias and.
Oh wait. Okay. This is what I think is happening. Okay. I think what's happening is they've been doing anti-fan shit to Duckbringers because I think they've been making content out of Duckbringers because she's like a fortune weirdo, I guess. And I think what's going on is that as a revenge, because she's like, why should I hold myself to standards, right? Because again, I'm a part of this community, okay? You guys are doing the same thing to me. So therefore she's saying, well, then I am going to allude to people's doxes, okay? If you will not respect me as a person, and if you'll do the same snark shit to me, then I'm gonna snark you guys as well. I think that's what's going on, but I'm not entirely sure. Duckbringer can come out and tell me, but yeah.
The way that like lone wolf terrorism works and things like that, even though it's a infinitesimally low risk, the risk of, like, again, I was actively committing, crimes when I was 14 that are now out of the statute of limitations against the Church of Scientology, computer crimes. So I think that antagonizing
about like other bigger streamers or like smaller streamers in the space too, about them allowing grooming in their space too. You don't understand.
In my own
you don't understand how bad that is.
I think
you guys realize I'm not streaming this.
People to be in some level of danger, not necessarily physical danger.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, and Freeman said that I was mentally ill.
You have to understand that a lot of these people are not even like. A lot of these people aren't even like They probably got bullied in high school, but then they just want a chance to bully others now. So this is why they will eat each other, right? Because I think that if you're put into this kind of environment where it's easy to make fun of one another, I think things can get nasty really quick as well. So there is this dynamic because, again, these are like the most mentally unhinged people like on planet Earth, like straight up, right? Like, for example, these are the kinds of people who are living in white trash trailers, like in a trailer park, and they are shooting themselves up with heroin and meth, and they have access to the internet. I think that's what's going on. Yeah. I'll DMCA you if you keep watching this. Things. What? You told me that I would have permission to watch this. Did you change your mind for some reason? That's what you said, no? You can DMCA me, I'm just saying, okay? Also, not only that, you realize this is already... I changed my mind, this is triggering me now? What? I'm not specifically directing it at you, okay? Also, not only that, how could you say that if I'm already in the middle of watching this? How could you say that when I'm already in the middle of watching this? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Because now that I've showed at least a little bit, like, it would be, like, cucked as fuck if I, like, stopped watching. Right? And now people are gonna watch it anyway. Because, yeah, they have every reason to watch it. Because doesn't anybody want to, like, engage in this type of content and then see what was being missed? I don't know, man. You're the one that gave me explicit permission. You're the one that gave me explicit permission to watch this, okay? You told me in DMs, and I said, can I screenshot these? And you said, yes, you can screenshot these. So I even have, like, the records and receipts to prove it. So it's like, yeah, don't be weird, okay? If you want me to chill on making fun of you, then I won't do that, all right? I can keep that part in mind, all right? But I take it back? Duckbringer? I'm sorry. I promise to be fair, but I'm gonna continue, okay? If you want to have this against me, that's fine, all right? But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have an issue, contact Emery, okay? For having this up in the first place, all right? Have an issue with Emery, anyway.
Queeman said that if you interact with me, it makes
know what you're doing here when you're doing this.
Said that I was a pedophile.
Who said you're a pedophile?
Queeman.
Well, it's your God-given right to call anyone a pedophile on the internet.
No,
So if
That's
Queeman,
there's a meaningful difference between somebody.
In a voice chat with 20 people calling,
Yeah,
Queeman said that what I said on
You're
your
making
screen
specific
made me a
allegations. Though.
pedophile.
You're making
Wait,
specific
shut the fuck up,
allegations.
wait,
That's
shut
the
the fuck
meaningful
up. What I'm
difference.
saying is that if I'm saying that Queeman,
I didn't even know Queeman. I didn't even know Queeman did that. I didn't even know Queeman reacted to Duckbringer's calling. But okay.
made excuses for pedophilia. That's exactly.
Promise to be fair,
if Queeman
okay?
was in this chat, he
What
would
do
be
you mean by
agreeing with
that?
me.
Exactly. Like legally,
This
if
is what's
someone
crazy
studies
is that if
policy,
Queeman was actually here, he would be agreeing with me. Queeman made
but
jokes
what do
about
you
me being a
mean by
pedophile.
making
I made jokes.
excuses?
And he didn't say I'm joking, by the way, when he called me a pedophile. So I don't need to say
Can you
I'm
be more
joking when I say I'm
specific?
calling him a pedophile.
There's a
Can you be more
meaningful difference
specific?
between making
In a
those kind of
JSOC
jokes
VC
and an actual accusation
with
that
lots
you
of
said
people
you had an
recording.
actual accusation. Allegations
If-
of
if-
allowing
yeah,
Is
I
this fair use? Again, the person hosting the content is more at fault than me, okay? That makes no sense. This person is the person hosting the content. They have it set on public, okay?
Yes, you're saying he's
That makes no sense.
Call Emery,
bad
Emery,
behavior.
I haven't let Emery. Yes, I'm gonna send you. I have to actually go look through a JSTOC VOD.
But can you
from 6
describe
months
it a
ago.
little more? Because, like, for instance,
It was a
if I were pressed
conversation around the Spinal BJ drama. It was the conversation around the Spinal BJ drama.
in a research
Yeah,
course,
it was an
you would-
Aiden. It was an Aiden. I said it was an Aiden stream that a lot of people joined. Queeman was in it, I believe. And now I might be wrong about this. I might be misremembering. However, I know the conversation occurred and then it was streamed. I know that I have
Was this
3 or
the stream
4
with
streamers.
Aiden, Aiko, and Queeman?
Probably, yes.
I remember that. I watched it twice.
Oh, sorry. This cheddar person is Kosher Kathy, by the way, okay? I've just been told this. This is Kosher Kathy, Duckbringer, Romeo, I don't know, Portobello, anti-fan, no anti-fan, Sadame, no anti-fan. This is Emery, yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to look up the stream because I know what
I
happened.
don't remember anything about
when
pedophilia.
Queeman was talking about the EPI server and he said it's not a big deal. Do you remember that? The server that
Oh, no. I remember.
But yeah, this is why I have an issue with, like, Dan just... by the way, okay, Dan was not joking, okay, when he called me PDF. I truly believe that Dan did it out of spite. Like, he wasn't, like, joshing around, okay? If you're not, like, if it's somebody you know, okay, and you know they wouldn't be bothered by it, I think it's fine. I don't think it's a big deal, all right, to make PDF jokes. If it's like an in-group and it's like a private group chat or something, like, you can make any jokes you want, Holocaust jokes, whatever, you name it, okay? It doesn't matter how edgy it can be, right? But I think the moment you take it to public domain, for people who are not inside of the in-group, they are people who may or may not be affected by any public mentioning, even as a joke, all right? And considering how we're talking about the generation that grew up on watching Chris Hansen. So everybody is like super sensitive to this like PDF shit, right? Again, the same generation that grew up watching Chris Hansen, all right, and glorifying tracking hunting PDFs, right? It makes sense why people don't want that to be joked about them, right? Because it goes beyond the joke, even if you joke about it, right? So it makes sense why any normal person would crash out over even jokingly being called a PDF, right? And it's not their fault for crashing out, right? It's not their fault for crashing out. It's the person who made the joke's fault for making that joke in the first place, right? I think everybody who I implied to be the PDF has done it to me first, right? Like, for example, I say that Connor probably thinks about his own kids, but only because I think that he deserved it, right? Same with Dan, yeah. So I basically only do it defensively, or tit for tat, basically. Yeah, tit for tat. But normally, no, I would not be saying shit like this at all. I wouldn't be doing it. Dr. Disrespect? I wouldn't even say Dr. Disrespect is a pedo. I would say he's an opportunist if it comes to a 17-year-old or whatever, right? If you're attracted to a 17-year-old, you're not a PDF. I'm sorry. You're not a PDF. Unless that 17-year-old literally still looks like a little kid. You know?
Specifically now, this conversation, he was saying that there was not, so what happened was, who's that dog? I listened to you guys, like,
sleeping, and then I'm going to give you the actual information.
Or classical. Wait a minute. I do remember this. I just have commentary on in the background instead of BBC, but I remember this now. This was, March Baby? So March Baby came on to talk to
It wasn't March Baby. It wasn't March Baby. It wasn't.
See, Duckbringer, I'm being fair, okay? I'm defending you. All right, chill.
March Baby. It wasn't the Honeycross. No. That was the problem with it. That was hater. This isn't the conversation I'm talking about. That was the hater situation with March Baby, with Marcus, because Marcus had hater in his server, and then QQ was mad. And they got rid of him, and that was like in the interim, that was when Starbase messaged hater, and that was that drama. I'm talking about a separate drama where Spinal BJ had a mod who had a server that had minors in it, and Spinal claimed that the minors didn't have access to the NSFW channels of the server. However, when it was investigated by Aiden, it was found that the minors had access to VCs that were broadcasting porn for several days.
Okay.
This was all recorded on a stream. I know it's somewhere. I'm gonna message Aiden about it if he doesn't have it live anymore, because I know that he remembers it.
God.
Hopefully he gets back to me. You guys should all ask him about it as well, because obviously my reputation is tainted. People aren't gonna give me information if I ask about it. This is definitely something that happened. And yeah, I don't know what to say aside from that. Like, I'm not making up a whole fucking saga with Spinal BJ. And I'm sure that Spinal BJ has it on his stream somewhere, because he doesn't delete
Why don't you just speak with Spinal BJ? Like, I really do not believe that any of these
I was
people,
a chatter in his community.
except
I was
for Starbase.
Yeah, Space Station.
There's a fake Duckbringer in chat. Wait, really? Oh! Good one. Good one. That's not the real Duckbringer. Oh my god. That wasn't the real Duckbringer. There's a Duckbring E3R. It's Kosher Kathy. Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Good one. Good memes. Okay. I thought, oh, never mind. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? You reversed? You didn't want me to watch it anymore, Alva 7? Good one. Yeah. Good memes. I wasn't even here. I should have watched out. I should have looked at the thing more. It's a good thing, it's a good thing now that so there's something you don't want me to see in this conversation, right?
For Starbase, I've spoken to Spinal. I've spoken to a lot of these people.
I'll keep watching then.
I do not think that these people are, like, the only negative interactions I've had are just QQ is harsh, but he's smart and I listen.
I don't think
anyone but Starbase is a bad actor.
I don't think Duckbringer actually
bubble.
believes any of this, because she wouldn't hang out in snarky chat. She would feel grotesque if there were,
Yeah, I wouldn't be here
that were associating with people.
Okay, everybody protect the real Duckbringer, okay?
Either.
The real Duckbringer, alright.
I hung out in plenty of places where they're pedophiles, so I could count it.
So
that I
you
could
just
call
don't
it
care
out.
about pedophilia.
Emory, what she's saying, I think might be interpreted differently is if she's coming from,
No, this
like,
is,
I came
wait,
from
she's
music,
saying,
but if she's
she's
coming
saying
from
directly,
4chan...
she's saying directly, I don't care about hanging around in spaces where they allow
No,
grooming.
Emery, I
but
existed in
the thing
spaces
is, we're
that
both coming from spaces where minors were sleeping with adults. When I was in the music
I mean, to be fair,
industry, I would see groupies that were like of questionable age, you know, going back behind other buses and stuff when I was talking to other people
I'm
or
saying
doing
you
things.
shouldn't
You know what I
tolerate
mean?
being in spaces.
Like, I didn't
alone if you
tolerate
think
it.
there's
I didn't
actually
want to be.
bro, I mean, how could you not be in high school, right? High school is filled with like these fucking other fucking classmates who are like sleeping with adults. Like, I don't know what to tell you, or even middle school sometimes. Dude, you have no idea. Like, some of the bad kids at school, like, they do shit like that. The bad kids at school constantly do shit like that. They will go around sleeping with adults. That's what they'll do. Like, what, escape environment of high school? Escape your high school? No longer get an education? I'm sorry, yeah, I guess, but why is the whole internet filled with people? No, again, these are people who grew up with Chris Hansen, okay? Chris Hansen basically changed an entire, like, 2 to 3 generations of people, okay? The PDF hunting shit became so big after Chris Hansen, okay? But yeah.
Concern of a pattern going on. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Emery, I care about actually helping children. So
Yeah,
We're not helping children by.
Back then people were creepy as shit, dude. Back then, like, people in their 80s and 90s, yeah, they were like fucking around with minors all the time and making weird comments about their daughters, okay? But now it's only, yeah. But I think that Chris Hansen, the age of Chris Hansen changed a lot. Yeah. For the bad as well, okay? Like, it also changed for the bad, but yeah.
Doing this, you look like a
for the good and
spurg.
bad.
You look like a spurg, and you're not taken seriously.
So do you. You're in the same communities. What do you say? You're trying to
bringing this
attack
case
me
forward
by the
here
fact that
when
I
you're
exist in
making
the
an
same communities that
accusation.
you
You
exist in.
fucking loser. What are you talking about?
No, I exist in these communities.
You exist in the
anything,
you go into. Hold on.
because I care about the space, because I care about Destiny hate.
How many minors have you saved here?
You care about Destiny 8 is wild. I'm sorry.
actually not privy to answer that conversation.
Okay, this is
because
bullshit. You're fucking full of shit.
That's the actual answer, Emery, is that if I had actually interacted with minors and guided
Why
them out
would
of
you
this
say
environment,
that?
I would never fucking tell you.
Sorry.
I was forced to do it once, and it was horrible.
Yeah, I've banned people. I've interacted. I've had a public facing community that had Discord invites where we'd have people join. Sometimes they would interact for a while. Then they would say they were minors, and then they would say that people acted inappropriate like with them, and that's like, it's like, holy fuck, like, why were you in my community in the first place? It's a horrible situation to have to deal with. Like, I've dealt with it before. It's fucked.
This is the most
That's why I did care about the haters
most
situation. I talked with
unemployed.
Starbase personally. I'm probably one of the people that Starbase has talked to the most.
Okay, if you had that prior experience, why the fuck are you operating in this way now with this? If you're trying to save minors here. This is like the worst way to go about
this
it.
community,
This is
and I care.
absolutely the worst
So,
way.
Emery, do you realize
and you're associating
that
and you're normalizing these people by your own metric. You're doing it worse. You're doing worse things than I am, honestly. You're
Emery,
actively sanitizing.
Emery, why am I a streamer? Why do I have my own community that you're currently in and chatting
Duck
with
Miners
me
is a
on?
streamer?
Why do you have? I don't know. I don't know your fucking motivations. I don't care.
Because you're asking me why I'm in
Well,
these
I mean, she
communities.
is streaming this, right?
QQ is somebody
No,
who
she's
said
not.
before, you can't
Never mind.
change these communities from the inside. You can't change them from the outside.
Oh, Queen Bee?
How do you change these communities? The only way that you do, the only way you defeat Destiny, by the way, is making a parallel platform that is just as
There
appealing.
is no need to defeat Destiny.
Exactly. It's not
He's not a significant Destiny song. None of these people are significant.
Dude, you are
Exactly.
you and I do not have that power.
Not now, but neither did Destiny when he started streaming.
No
Origin? Of
community
course,
has
that makes
power. You
sense.
could be like.
That makes sense.
No, what I'm saying, Emery, is that
That's bitch.
you wouldn't have the power to be able to
these
be like.
spaces focusing so much on Destiny hate, I believe inhibits you, which is why I'm happy that I'm leaving this place and I'm moving on to my own shit. Why I have my own stream is because I want to create a parallel community. When I first called into Queemans and I said what I said and I started bitching about him afterwards, immediately I was hit with the correction of, you can't really do that because he has a bigger community with you. All you're going to do is get...
And honestly, like, do we even have an issue with people doing the same thing that Destiny does? Do we even have an issue with that? We don't, right? We actually want more people who are like Destiny but doesn't have Destiny's baggage, right? Like, just to be extremely clear here. Because I think the defense that everybody goes to without explaining any of the allegations is that people always say, well, Destiny's the only one that could do it, right? I'm pretty sure that is I'm pretty sure that's what everyone says, is that, oh yeah, Destiny is the one person that could do it. And then Destiny is the one that's also complaining, I wish there was more people who are like me, right? Like, he's also complaining about it. Like, he himself is complaining about it. He's like, bro, I can't be, like, fucking wrangling, I can't be wrangling Fox News by myself, basically, right? Or any of this, like, Charlie Kirk shit. Who actually wants Destiny to hold the monopoly on this shit? Whatever. It doesn't even matter. Imagine trying to explain to your IRL friends that you watch Destiny, somebody in which, like, you just Google their name and immediately find out that they have, like, severe allegations against them, right? Like, you Google their name and, like, what turns up immediately is their drama, right?
Farmed. And I was like, yeah. So that's what I did for the longest time. Now I'm an outsider. I don't give a fuck about this community anymore. So I'm gonna tell you all on my way out. Yeah, by the way, Queeman's a fucking loser, and he's capped.
Part of the way out is giving me this content based. Thank you.
At his audience fucking size, he had 600 at one point. Then he had the whole fucking Diorio drama. And now he's barely fucking passing.
Hello, based
on a good day.
Based scorched
good luck
earth
with your insular community. I don't know what to tell you other than that. You should probably stop focusing on Destiny and try to do something better than Destiny. So that's all I can
giving
say.
it to the weapon.
If you,
now you're the person being like, well,
The sword of
I have
DBG.
a vice for you, Queeman.
I'm streaming
and like you
Emery,
look at the
I'm
numbers for
streaming
Duckbrainer
Skyrim.
with Queeman now.
Emery,
What are you talking
I have
about?
people that join my community.
I'm doing that
do
fucking
understand where
ego
Duckbringer's
check
coming
earlier.
from.
Like, oh, why are you giving me advice? Why are you trying to give
Emery,
advice?
okay.
You're not in a position to give advice.
All right, you can.
I do understand where Duckbringer's coming from. Like I said, I came from music where I managed a bunch of
Queeman's
different
view
people
count is in the
teams, and so it was
shambles. Me
always
too.
A rising tide raises all
Like,
ships.
my view count is
regardless
also
of,
not doing
like
well,
music
okay?
labels
To
or
be fair.
bands. And so, like, I did a lot of messaging and
I'm saying by her own
pestering
standards,
and
what she was
stuff
trying to get
all
at me
aimed at it.
earlier
But
about she's like being she's contradicting herself.
Emery,
that is
why do you
true.
think-
I just
why do you
want to see
think that
people
I-
succeed
Like,
as a
why do you
group,
think I
that's
give
all. I'm not
why do you think I give advice or
I
shit
say
talk
these
people on my like
Emery.
2 viewer fucking Andy? Who am I to do it? It's because it's my platform. I do what I want and I say what I want. I don't pretend like
Yeah,
I'm doing
exactly.
something for the greater good. Ultimately,
That's
I
fine.
do
Now-
things and I say things that hey, if people like listen, they listen. That's cool. You're trying to
When
be
I
like,
stream,
oh, I'm going to
trying to
save
build my
these
platform.
children. I'm going to save these people from this horrible community.
Logic is
You don't have
live.
that
Should we all
platform.
call in?
I'm mystified how I managed to do that, Emery, with streaming Skyrim and shittily covering politics. I definitely don't think that I'm saving anybody. If anything, I try to say that if anybody wants to donate money to me, donate to a foundation that I can eventually donate to somebody who's actually going to do good for the world. No, I don't think I'm saving the world by streaming Skyrim. I don't think you're saving anybody from
You were
Destiny
just
by streaming
projecting
their
onto me
stream.
earlier by like suggesting that, oh, what do you do with your platform? I've never suggested I'm doing it.
Oh my god, who cares? Just please do anything else on New Year's Eve. Like, this is some 15-year-old shit. Sorry, I'm not talking about you specifically, Duckbringer. I'm talking about you and everybody else. Bro, I'm saying, it's just, dude, who cares? Oh my god, dude, who cares? Literally just do something, okay? Just do anything. Bro, just do anything else but this, please. Please, you need to find a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you need to find, okay? This cannot be your life, okay? This cannot be your life. You shouldn't be doing this, okay? What the fuck?
Anything else. So it seems like you're projecting onto me. That's why I'm
When
saying
did I
this
say
about
that?
you.
What I said is that. What do you mean? What I said is that you're like.
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Do you even remember how all this started? Do you remember why we even started fucking talking shit to each other in the first place? Are you fucking serious?
Because
Are you
Henry,
fucking serious
because of
right
my
now?
friend. Because my
You're
friend
actually
had a
driving
beef
me
with
fucking
you, and I
insane.
said,
You actually
because
don't remember?
you muted him after he made a point.
In my defense, it was New Year's Eve, and everyone else spent New Year's Eve into New Year's covering it. And now you? I get paid.
Yeah, that's what the problem was. It's not
Why
even
do you
my
think I did that? Tell me why you think I did that.
Wasn't
Why do
even
you
my
think I did
beef.
that?
Because Henry was owning the fuck out of you because he knows a lot more.
Here's the
about
real
topic
reason.
that
Here's the
you're
real
talking
reason.
about.
Here's the real reason.
You have to retcon
Here's
the
the
entire
real reason.
conversation that you have.
Shaken, not stirred.
What's the Diorio drama?
What Diorio drama? Dude, who cares about Diorio? Thank you so much for $2. Unless there was something that happened recently. Right? Holy shit, that person scared the fuck out of me. What the fuck?
Here's the real reason. Can I say the real reason? Am I going to be allowed to talk?
At the end of that conversation, you were like,
Or are
"Oh,
you
I
going to
actually learned
spurg for like
something."
20 minutes?
It's not spurging just because I'm talking over you. Go on.
The real reason is I was already having a conversation. I invited him to come in and talk. That is fine. But then he made the same talking points
New
that we
DORIO
already
hit
had a
peace out?
conversation
Okay,
about,
send it to
and
me.
then I already immensely disagreed with him on. And then he got off track of the original conversation in the first place. So yes, I fucking kicked him because he not only
I
did
don't
he
like
go off
that
track,
round boy.
but he
He's
said
fat.
the same talking points that were annoying and dumb as
But not
fuck
because
to
he's
begin
fat.
with. So
I fundamentally I remember that conversation in an entirely different way.
you're
describing
beyond
it
fucking like retarded. It
I
was
can
as simple
talk
as
about
that.
the
It was
fact
so
that he was
simple.
asking you guys
It was
about,
so
he was asking
simple.
you guys
It's like
about
actually
Putin.
insane how simple it
No.
was.
He was making a reference to like saying like Putin and Netanyahu and like relative like for
He
them.
was
like,
saying that I
asking
didn't pay,
since,
like I was
Netanyahu.
equivalent to like Gila being an IDF soldier because I pay my taxes. That's the fucking
No,
argument.
he was saying that you saying that Gila should have defected from the IDF and gone to jail is the same as him telling you that you should not pay your taxes and go to jail. That's what he was saying.
I know.
understood
That's
his
what
point.
I'm telling you. He was saying.
So he's
Wait, what?
saying that because you're criticizing Gila for not defecting from the IDF, because you guys, like, I've had a conversation in private where I'm like, well, what do you think about the whole, like, this clip here? Like, because I actually got into a productive conversation with him about it, where I was like, what do you think about the fact that she opted, instead of doing office work, to go on a tour? And he was like, yeah, that obviously shows that she wasn't that, she wasn't that,
yeah.
like she
If
wasn't, like,
there's some kind
forced
of
into
point
something or
you're
whatever, right?
looking
I was
for,
saying.
I
I was saying that suggesting that that's equal. That's equal. My contributions is equal to Gila's contributions as an IDF soldier. Is insane.
But you later
It's
said that
stupid.
you only care about Israel Palestine because your tax money goes towards it.
No,
So
that's
how
not
is
the
that
only reason I care.
No, but that's what
even
you
if
said.
it was, that's a reasonable
That's
reason.
not even just
An
what I said.
isolationist would
I'm
say
saying
that,
that's
but that's
You don't
unreasonable.
listen.
I'm not
more
saying
You
that's
don't listen,
unreasonable.
and that's the problem.
I'm saying
That's the problem, Duck
you
Brainer.
obviously
You don't
care
listen.
about the fact
You
that your
don't
tax
listen.
money directly goes to
I
benefit
don't know
Israel
how much
Palestine.
more clearer I can be with people. I actually don't understand how much more clear.
Oh
I actually
my
don't understand how much
Okay,
more
I'm
clear
gonna
I
talk
could have
very
been.
slowly. I'm gonna talk very slowly.
What was
Why
the
are they
context of
fighting
that?
like this?
Everything. Apparently, Duck Brainer just doesn't
what Henry
understand
was saying.
anything.
Shush.
Well, I mean, I have.
I am way too employed for this, and this is coming from someone who doesn't have a job, okay? I don't even have a job, but even I feel like I'm way too employed for this.
8 relatives in Israel.
Yeah.
At least 5 of them are in the IDF. I have a friend who refused to fight but still has an intel clearance. I, studied all of this. I'm very familiar
Thank you,
with,
Dr.
the Geneva Convention, the laws of war,
So,
what
yeah,
consists
Space
of a genocide and everything.
Sorry, we're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
discussing
What
the thing we
yeah.
disagree.
relatives in Israel. So
if
what's
you
the
let-
disagreement here?
How does
What
the
did
how does
Emery
the
do?
process? How does the process?
All I remember Duckbringers being is just some orbiter of Mao. That's literally all I remember. Okay? My prior knowledge of Duckbringers, I mean. Because usually I remember, like, different anti-fans based off of, like, different things that they've done, or, like, different positions they hold, or whatever the fuck, right? Or I just see them in the comments a lot. All I remember is, like, Duckbringers was, like, around Mao a lot. Oh, wait, no. Wait, didn't you hit on Mao? But you hit on Mao, right? Pretty sure.
Sub-selective service for the
Who the
IDF
fuck is Mao? Don't worry about
work
it.
in terms of how did Hila end up in the IDF? Like, did she have much of a way to resist it? Could she have appealed to not
Yes.
join? Like,
Yes,
which way?
actually.
You would
I'm
have to
asking
be
Space
to
Station.
appeal. So in Israel, there are multiple ways
This is
to
really
get out
mentally
of being
ill
in
stuff,
the
okay?
IDF. The first is the same as in the United States, where it's a religious reason. Hila would not have had that chance because she was already too active in more liberal communities and not part of like a Chabadnik, insular Jewish community. Where
You know what? I think the Minecraft music really completes the vibe for me, okay? I think I listen to this Minecraft music and I'm like, I think I'm at peace.
where everyone is focused on Torah study all the time.
Man.
The second way is same in the U.S. again. I couldn't join the military for intelligence because you actually had to pass a bunch of physical exams, and my airway stuff prevents me from that. So she,
Oh,
again,
nice.
is physically in good shape, able to join.
Stop
The question
fucking
with
scurrying
Hila
off.
is not that she joined, because every Israeli
Oh.
does join, and they hope not to be put in danger, because the alternative is being put in the prisons, and the Israeli prisons are known to be extremely, extremely brutal. All kinds of rapes and crimes and horrible things happen in Israeli prisons. You do not want to be in one at all, under any circumstances, especially under Netanyahu, when before October 7th, he was trying to get rid of the judiciary. And in my opinion, based on, let's just say, open source intelligence, I feel that he knew October 7th was going to happen and used it to become a strongman. What Hila did that is demonstrably...
I'm so
I don't know
sorry.
about
Can we
that,
rush to the
dude.
point? I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Bro, if anybody, if Netanyahu was involved in some conspiracy where he knew about October 7th but didn't do anything to prevent it, like, why the fuck would he risk that? There's no reason. Like, he was like the person who ran on. That's such a liability. You want it to be the safest way possible, right? Not like anything else. I don't know. It's just, I don't think that's the case. But okay.
I'm not
Here,
saying
shut
that. I have to get
Makes
to
me very
this.
have gone from office work to going on a more forward-facing military operation. That decision puts
Israel?
her
But Israel.
morality in question.
I guess.
Right. And I agree with that. That like so the clip of her talking about how she opted to go on a raid.
The content is mid. I'm good.
Now, my understanding, I'm gonna unmute Emery in a second so he can say his part because I don't want to just say things for
We went
him.
to the West Bank.
Is that yeah? So my understanding is she went to West Bank. She did a raid. It was like dubious.
I like Antifans slop. Okay. I like Antifans slop.
The way that she talked about it was a little bit dehumanizing towards Palestinians. That is obviously something that is in contention. Now, my understanding of how the you shouldn't pay your taxes thing came in was that perhaps Emery was framing his problem with Hila of her joining the IDF in general, not what she did. And if Henry wasn't aware of that other information, then that would have been the way to go about it.
Who's Henry?
Now, if he would have said, then you shouldn't pay your taxes, Emery could have replied, it's not just
Emery,
like if I didn't pay my taxes because obviously I'm not saying she had to join the IDF. Now I don't know how the I don't.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, okay? I was like, what the fuck? Is this like some super secret way of like doxing me or something? But Henry is my dead name, okay? I'm only gonna say this once, okay? Shh. All right.
I don't have perfect memory of the conversation. I'm gonna let Emery speak for himself. But my memory is that didn't come into play. That the fact that she did things other than just joining the IDF was not his point of contention, and that's not what Henry was pointing out. The whole then why don't you pay your taxes sort of thing.
Just saying,
And if you just summarize your problem with Hila as the fact that she joined the IDF, people might misunderstand your argument as being that instead of the specific thing that she did. I'm gonna unmute you now.
There are two different people,
right.
Henry and Emery. They're two different people? What the fuck?
Okay, the problem is not just the idea.
I'm so confused
It's
now.
lying about what you were doing, retelling the story in different ways, gaslighting the audience about your participation, doing gaslighting behavior.
Wait, to be clear, are you speaking about Hila?
Can I please speak, man?
Yeah,
No.
just make sure, are you speaking about Hila?
Yes.
What Hila said?
Yes.
Okay.
Doing pro-Israeli talking points still, doing little subtle genocide denial or downplaying war crimes now. It's the behavior now that I have a problem with. The past service can be forgiven if someone sincerely atones for their behavior, sincerely understands that their behavior was wrong. And obviously, people...
Motherfucker. Both Ethan Klein and Hila Klein are anti-Netanyahu. What more do you want? From two Jews who have suffered through anti-Semitism. Like, what more do you want? I feel like there's nothing more you can kind of expect out of them. Like, in fact, it might be ridiculous to expect more, no? Like, what do you want from people who I just don't understand. What more?
Or brainwashed into those circumstances to believe that
don't
they were doing the
understand.
right thing. I don't have a problem necessarily with just inherently somebody joined the IDF and they participated in something that was horrible, in a horrible system. I get that. I more than get that. That's not my problem. It's not as simple as that. It's the behavior afterwards primarily, and it's the rewriting of the narrative entirely. It's gaslighting. It tells me something about your character. It tells me that you're not necessarily ashamed, but you feel like you're supposed to show that you're ashamed because it's a way to get away with the lie in front of the public.
It's really confusing to try to differentiate between the anti-fans, the anti-fans who are far right and the anti-fans who are far left. It's kind of confusing because they are all the same group, right? They're all anti-fans, but traditionally speaking, the Kiwi Farms people are not Hassan people. The Kiwi Farms people are all like far right people. Like all of them are basically far right, but they have formed like this like kind of like weird alliance, this like red-brown alliance where the people who are far right who hate Destiny get along, are united by their hatred of Destiny with the far left, essentially the Hassan people. So in case you're wondering like what like political ideology they have, they don't really have one. Their ideology is just kind of anti-Destiny. That's it. But like, if you just listen to this, like Emery, okay, I know Emery to be a leftist, right? However, I know that everybody else, like Queeman is a liberal, okay? Queeman is a liberal. A Cheeto is a right-winger, MAGA. Okay, so again, it's like across the entire spectrum. Okay, like for example, Queeman and Destiny they don't actually disagree on politics in any way whatsoever, and Queeman is actually unironically passionate about politics. He is unironically passionate about politics, but he hates Destiny, so he's still willing to do all that shit. But yeah, stupid.
Or whatever, and to like, fucking
Understanding.
fog up the understanding of like your participation. It's a ton of different things that make me totally uneasy of this person, along with all the other things that Ethan was doing at that time. And to compare this, merely participating in the IDF as a mandatory service, which by the way you could have gotten out of, and she said this multiple times on record. She knew she could have gotten away out of it.
Okay.
She said multiple times how she would have gotten around.
Yes, I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
So.
Caitlyn is an improvement. It's not spelled that way, but yeah. I mean, there's like 50 trillion different ways to spell Caitlyn, but whatever. Katlyn, that's how it's spelled. Yeah.
Oh,
Now, do you understand?
Hold on,
Did somebody
please,
hearing you
please,
just say
please,
that?
please,
I just want to point this out.
Please let me finish.
Okay.
The last bit. To compare that with, well, this is like equivalent to you paying your taxes because you're complicit in this. I've already acknowledged there's a complicity by the way our society is structured in America. When you're paying your taxes and it goes over to that system, stuff like that taxpayer money goes to things that you don't want it to go to, like funding a genocide. But the level of scale is meaningfully different. And also, why I raise my voice is because it's going to that atrocity in of itself, and I don't want it to, obviously. I want it to go to us, and I want it to go to good reasons, like helping Ukraine or other foreign states that are in more desperate need, that actually are Palestine itself, to help them fend for themselves, give them humanitarian aid, stuff like that.
Right.
That's what I want it to go to. Simple as that.
Right. Now, my problem with the conversation that you had with Henry is that he completely understands that point about Gila also undertaking additional acts as an IDF soldier, that you were specifically referring to her as making her a morally condemnable person. The problem is that a lot of the critique that Gila gets is just that she was a part of the IDF. She gets described as a former IDF soldier. Now, that alone obviously isn't condemnable, because we understand that they have to face a very harsh consequence to not do that, just the same way that you as an American supporting, essentially war crimes in Israel with your taxpayer money is not really something that you can easily just deny without having to face consequences. Now,
money goes towards other things, like we build Taiwan semiconductor
Wait, the
plants.
flashlight doesn't turn around, even though I turn
and
around
the
in a
IDF does a lot
mode.
of good things too. The IDF also does a lot of good things too. Yeah, the IDF also feeds a lot of Palestinians as well, but they also do war crimes against them.
But
So
I mean, America makes equipment that goes to Ukraine through, Steam,
Right,
through
right.
Valve. All of
That's
drones
neither
are
here
controlled
nor
by
there.
Okay, we're gonna have to wait
What
for
I'm
5
talking
minutes
about
left.
to Emery right now is that the reason that I had a problem with the way that his conversation with Henry went is that as somebody who wants to persuade somebody that is believing
Persuade
that
of what?
all that Ela did
for.
is that she joined the IDF and that Emery is condemning her for that. If somebody believes that based off his argumentation, and they say, well, why don't you just stop paying your taxes then, if that's what you think, because you're obviously supporting the war with your taxes, right? Obviously, Emery has a very clear response to that from that line of dialogue to say, no. It wasn't a problem that Ela just joined the IDF. Obviously, she had to join the IDF. She didn't have exemptions or whatever. The problem is that she did these extra things on top of it as a member of the IDF.
The problem is he already knew that. He already knew my position.
He didn't know that.
I'm
he
sure
didn't
he
know
did.
that. People
There's
don't
no
know.
way
People.
did.
He did not
I've
know that
explained it
because
so much.
Emery,
even
I
in our
know
first
this
Anyone that
specifically
comes
because
onto the call is going to understand that. Anyone in the general public may not, but anyone who engages with Emery or anyone else in this community is going to understand the nuance there as a given. It doesn't have to be written out with a social cue. Even though I understand, I have many friends with autism, I can understand how it's easy to miss out as a social cue, but the implication is still loaded in with what Emery was saying. He wasn't, I didn't hear the conversation, but Emery clearly understands the nuance and weight and doesn't need to explicitly lay it out in long form to another person who understands that same thing.
So if he has a chatter, how did Henry end up in Emery? How did Henry end up in Emery's stream? Because Emery is somebody that anytime he has a commenter or a chatter that disagrees with him, he engages with them. Now, Henry in particular, I know exactly where he came from. I started sharing Emery's
Yeah, what's
streams
up?
in my server to all of my friends. Henry was somebody that decided to engage with it. He wasn't familiar with all of Emery's positions on Ela. He's not ingrained in the whole iDubbbz, Ethan, Ela, Destiny, Hassan bullshit. He's not into any of that at all. So,
You know what's so
he
frustrating?
had a disagreement in chat that you engaged.
These people are autistic? Yeah, no kidding. Also, hold on. I'm gonna skip for a little bit, okay? This is just... Oh, Lord. Who's this person who joins in?
Well, like not even like radical by his own.
You
He's not
you
allowed to
shouldn't
do
talk
that.
about Palestine. You should only
I'm
talk
not saying
about
he's
Ukraine.
not allowed to do that. I don't have a problem with that. The first time he came on, I had literally zero problem with him.
I don't care about IVP.
Contextualize their opinion a lot.
They
after
messaged me. I never
They're
talked about.
this community. So what I'm saying is the fact, yeah, they might get a chance to even apply.
Russia.
By the way, I finally understand the name Duckbringers, okay? You are a... Like, your avatar... Okay, not you literally. You are a worm, okay? Like, your talking icon is a worm. You bring the ducks, because the ducks are going to be the ones eating the worm, okay? I understand now. You bring the ducks, so you're Duckbringer. Okay, I understand now, okay?
During the
Issue with you on. That's all. The point
Also,
is
what
that
are you
we're-
saying? What are you saying?
It's snark. It's snark. It's snark. If I,
I
say
know.
Henry
I know
won,
what
it's
it
snark.
is. I know what it is. But when it
Twitter
doesn't
reply.
matter. You're saying it too.
Oh, just so you guys know, right? Like, they are basically, like, Duckbringers too, right? But they are basically acknowledging... They are basically acknowledging that there is a coordinated campaign against Destiny, right? In this one, right? Like, you guys realize that, right?
5 minutes left. Go find
Like they are literally... No one is contesting that. No one is going against that, right? They are all part of the Fuck Destiny squad, right? Nothing schizo about this. They have literally accepted it as their premise, right? But yeah, anyway.
To me, I can see it. I know who's saying it to me. Also,
yeah, but that's the point.
also,
is
what
that
are you
we're-
saying? What are you
snark,
saying?
It's snark. It's snark. It's snark. If I,
I
say
know.
Henry
I know
won,
what
it's
it
snark.
is. I know what it is. But when
Why
you
is it a
say,
problem?
"Hey, Duck," when you say it, and you understand how I was frustrated and what I thought he was implying with the conversation, now I see you as sharing the same exact opinion or very, very similar, and then you became more and more passive aggressive over time. And then with the Epstein joke thing, you got even more aggressive, not just passive aggressive. So you understand my mindset now. You understand where that is, my hostility.
You're saying I can't criticize you?
I'm not saying you can't criticize me. I'm saying you understand why I'm responding in kind from your criticism.
There's
No,
too
I
much
think that, like, I
autism.
obviously haven't banned you from my server, from my stream chat, from saying anything. Like, I don't fear you.
I think once people get really pedantic, it actually takes a skilled conversationalist or debater to zoom out again and say, I don't want to talk about the pedantic shit, okay? I don't want to talk about the pedantic shit. I want to I want to just focus on common sense, okay? Without actually coming off as somebody who sounds like Asmongold, right? Because what happens with the pedanticness is that essentially it's like it just feels very inhumane, I guess. I don't know. Like, there's something about the conversation that just feels very inauthentic. And you know what? I'm on board with autistic conversations, okay? I love autistic conversations, all right? I fucking love it. It's my favorite thing. With that being said, all right, you can sometimes miss the greater context if you hone in too specifically on the pedantics. You can miss the greater context, and I think the greater context is more important than whatever small point that you guys are arguing on. Right? For example, and this, I think this is a good example, is that if you're arguing for the definition of dox, right? What does doxing mean? Sometimes you can miss, because you spent like 3 hours arguing about the definition of dox, you miss the greater context of a harassment campaign, right? Because you're so hyper-focused on who is doxing who and who is doxing who, to the point where maybe there is some credibility when it comes to, oh, an entire group decided something, right? As a whole, or at least it feels that way.
Your responses to my criticism the same way that you seem to fear my responses to yours. I don't feel the need to.
I wouldn't be
restrict you from
talking
my
to you if I
community.
feared your responses. I wouldn't be talking to you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why
would
do you
never
feel the
talk to you
need
if
to
I
block
actually
me and
genuinely
Henry
feared
from
you.
your platform? That's what I'm saying, is that I allow meaningful disagreement here, and I'm happy to engage
Okay,
in it.
well,
Even
I
if
engage
people,
differently.
even if people argue
I
and they
engage
get
differently.
unfriendly with each other, I'm happy for people to come back together and eventually have a conversation.
For example, right? Like, what you want me to analyze? Like, you want to analyze the way that Denims is looking at her chat to see whether or not the people in there are actually snarking on Ethan Klein or not. You want to analyze like what messages per minute or some shit in order to analyze whether or not she has a high possibility of looking at chat to determine that they are being like snarky to Ethan. So, isn't it just way better to just sometimes say, yeah, I think it's pretty fucking obvious, or yeah, I think it's undeniable, right? Or, oh, look at that. There's absolutely no way she could have missed all of this, right?
I engage
That's why-
differently. Okay? I try to set a
that's
different
why
standard in my community.
when you contextualize Ukrainians based off, you had, by the way, I feel bad about this, right? Because two of my friends, like Zan is my personal friend, Henry is my personal friend. They're both my personal friends, not because I'm some fucking Ukraine-a-boo, just because they happen to be people that were in a community that I happen to be very close to, and they happen to be part of this community too.
Oh, you're Ukrainian? Cool.
Please, Emery, do not contextualize all Ukrainians based off your experience with two. That was what kind of pissed me off. Like that, honestly, if you want to say, like, if I had any sort of heat for you after that whole interaction with Henry, legitimately, not just off of your, because like, obviously I get like petty bickering, in my DMs all the time. And I usually try to not be, too involved in the emotional back and forth on it. But when it came to that, I was like, that sucks that just because I happen to have two Ukrainians in my community that felt compelled to reach out to you, you're now kind of trying to contextualize all Ukrainians that way on your stream. That's what I personally had an issue with. I'm sorry I didn't just say that.
It's not my fault that they interact in the spaces the way they do, and it's not my
but it is
fault
your
that
fault.
it's not my fault that Ukrainian Anna does genocide denial for Gaza. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I don't ever suggest, and I have never suggested. I've never suggested that all Ukrainians have thought the same way. I've literally told Henry, I said, you know what?
But Ukrainians are like Ameriboos, okay? So in a way, aren't you just kind of Ameriboos?
The way you were talking to me made me think this way. It wasn't just because he's Ukrainian, it's the way he was engaging.
Is Duckmere basically upset that she was mischaracterized and people would dogpile on her? Well, yes, and also like the snarking, right? Like she basically is the target also of some harassment.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you said on your stream afterwards.
I feel like maybe I was slightly being racist. That's fair. That's fair.
Like they're always trying to do the what about Ukraine? You guys talk about Palestine too much.
They were. They kind of were though. The way they were engaging kind of was like that. Yes.
No, you imagine
it kind
that
of was
because a
like
lot of people.
It kind of was.
A lot of communities do that stupid shit. People in this community do the well. What about Palestine shit to Ukrainians all the time?
I don't do that.
No,
have you ever seen me do that to Ukrainians?
What I'm saying is it's something that happens a lot in this community. So what I'm saying is the fact that they were talking about Ukraine, I feel made you more likely to pick up that narrative, even though they weren't directly saying, don't talk about Palestine, talk about Ukraine. They were saying, we agree with you on the Palestinian stuff, just can you have the same heat for people that are actively doing propaganda for Russia?
That's what I'm frustrated about, is that they
I'm too employed for this, dude.
assume that I don't care.
And
that's
I'm
not
unemployed.
I don't think anybody said that. I don't
Yes,
think
they
anybody
did.
said
They
that.
did.
That's
They
your
did say that.
insecurity. I don't think anybody said that.
Do you believe me when I say I believe that they were saying that?
I think if you're making a
Gleb-
comparison to
actual
something
Gleb
and somebody
shit
No.
out.
No. Answer yes or no.
Gleb
Yes or no.
shit.
Do you
What?
believe that I believe that was what was happening?
I believe that you believe whatever you think you believe. I'm not saying you don't.
So
I'm not
do you
saying
understand?
you're saying
Do you
what
understand why I would go with that route? Even though, yes, I understand I shouldn't jump to this, but you understand why I went to that route?
Yes, and it's the same thing that when I had a couple experiences with
empathize with
yes.
that? You think you don't think it's cool when somebody goes up to you and like Ryle did,
I empathize
which I
with you
disavow
in
by
my,
the way.
like,
What
I
Ryle
empathize with
did
you
and said
in my
you don't care about
25-year-old
Palestinians
self.
because you don't know enough about the
little bit.
Palestinian genocide, but you know enough about Ukrainian.
I don't care. IVP, don't care.
The two sides when there's.
Trigger you more.
It is funny. It is funny because it's fucking stupid. It is funny because it's fucking stupid to be this.
It's also very immature. That's fine. I think it's also very immature. I think it's also
insanely
yeah,
funny
fine.
to me because it's so fucking stupid to get that upset.
Why is it funny to you?
Why do you think
Why
it's
is it funny to you?
Why do you think I think it's funny?
It's so
Was this
stupid to get
talking around
upset that you think that the normalization of a pedophile is going to lead to
Whoa!
like people kind of dying down with their heat about the actual act of crime.
I'm saying
Do you
they're
think the fact that people
over-exaggerating.
are normalizing?
What are you talking about now?
Over-exaggerating the level of
wait,
scale.
I want to. Okay,
and the
Emery, I want to
harm.
pose
Are you
something to you.
serious?
Say you're
Posting a
somebody who has
fucking
been a victim of sex trafficking, and your sex trafficker was a very suave individual that had a lot of money, that was very charming, that you were charmed by. And then you see people sharing memes online saying, "Oh, this guy has aura. Look at this. Like, he's the GOAT. He's so cool." Making
yes, I'm stuck in the ground. I will use this to my advantage.
Not making jokes about it. I'm only asking
Hell
you, do you
yeah.
understand somebody that replies to that is a little bit, like,
You'll never
disgusting?
find me in the ground. Oh, this video is unavailable. Oh my god, guys, Emery just took it down. Oh my god. Wait, oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Wait, what is going on? Wait, hold on. I gotta solve this in Arc Raiders first. Wait. Did he really? Yeah. What the hell? Hey. I just want to escape. I just... Wait. Wait, where am I?
Let's go to that location.
I just want to escape this guy. I just want to... Should download the videos from now on? Good call. Wait. Right? Are you actually fucking kidding me? What's going on? What's happening? Come on. Okay. Okay, come on. What is this? This is bullshit. What the hell? I'm so glad I brought zip lines, I guess. Oh shit, I better make this one count. Wait, can I just wait here? Until the 5-minute mark? I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. What god? What god did I displease to deserve this? What god did I displease to deserve this? Hold on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, are you actually fuck? No. Wait. You're out of range. I understand. I understand that. Stop! I just want to please! Wait, I can get out of here. Hold on. Oh, are you actually fucking... Wait. You displeased as this is what you deserve? Maybe I do. Okay, fuck it. Hold on. We're gonna disconnect. We're gonna disconnect. It's okay. Well, cause I get to back out. Oh, come on. What? This is so lame. Why would you do this? Is there something you don't want me to see? Unsupported encoding settings. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Coding settings. Ah, well, you know, good thing, okay? Good thing I'm a smart person, all right? Good thing I have backup plans to my backup plans. All right? Good thing I'm just like any other online schizo except I have a platform, okay? And I am a professional A-logger myself, okay? So you know what? But I'm just the one with a career cuz I'm the best at it, all right? I downloaded this. That's why I have a career, okay? I'm better than all the other snarkers because I'm the master at snarking, okay? I'm the master at snarking, alright? Okay. I'm just not on your side. Okay, here. Wait, is this muted for whatever reason? Oh no. Does it just have no sound? No, I think I clicked myself. No. Wait. Hmm. There has to be some way to extract the sound, right?
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
I miss the old food shops.
K-Light. K-Light auto pack. Locations.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
The one from 2 weeks ago.
Don't worry, guys. Let me cook. Let me cook. Hmm. Give me just a second. Okay, may I have spoke too soon. Wait. Let me cook. Let me cook. To let me cook.
Do you
Wait.
understand that some people? Do you understand?
I told you guys, let me cook. I told you guys, let me cook. Alright? You have to let me cook, okay? Jesse, we have to cook. Alright? Jesse? Jesse? Not even deleted videos can stop me, okay? I am the subpoena. I am the subpoena. Zorb, thank you so much for $10. Wait, Zorb, thank you so much for $5. I missed the old food shops. Ah, nice Kanye reference. The one from 2 weeks ago. Oh, wait, what? 2 weeks? What the fuck?
Do you understand that some people
I'm the cook! I am the cook! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, dude.
If you're making a comparison,
Oh my lord, I'm a god, dude. I'm a god. I should be paid for this. What the fuck? I should be paid for this shit. I should be paid for this shit, okay? By the way, okay, just so you know. Just so you know, okay? It's just... Why? Why would you ever... Okay. Now, because now you have... What? You've hidden your video, so you've done something immensely gay, by the way. You've hidden the video, and now you look so bad. You look so bad because not only did I extract the original one, but you also hid the video. You're so stupid. Why would you ever do something so stupid? Like, why? There's no point to doing that. It's so stupid. Because you've gained nothing. You made things worse. It's so stupid. Why would you do that? You're so stupid. How do you do this? It's actually so embarrassing. So embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Okay, wait. Remember, okay? I'm the only snarker, okay? With this audience because I'm the best at snarking, okay? You cannot snark harder than me. I'm just on Steven's side, okay? Wait. Oh yeah, I need to reopen my game. Right. I was trying to fix arc raiders.
to something and
liberal Zionism?
sucks.
Farmer.
I'm not mentally ill, right, Perry? Fitness schizophrenic.
Harry joins.
That were like cucked.
That's another big anti-fan, by the way. Okay, so basically for context, okay? For context, these are all hardcore Destiny anti-fans. Basically, they confirm what I've been saying about how it's a coordinated campaign behind the scenes to like bring down Destiny's career, therefore justifying the doxing of every single one of them. Okay, except Duckbringer because she's a turncoat, okay? But like basically justifying the dox of every single one of these like significant players, except for Duckbringer, of course, who brought forward this attention, all right? But do not dox? Well, I'm just saying this is my moral, this is what my ethics are, okay? I disavow doxing. Okay, I know you disavow doxing, okay? But I'm just saying that this is ultimately what like this, like they are all part of a coordinate. Again, this like constant gaslighting against Destiny is so cringe. But Duckbringer basically turncoated on purpose, okay? She's leaving that community because they are cringe. Okay, all right, we'll see.
Internally because of this fucking pedophile. Yes, it is kind of funny. I will make fun of that. Yeah, I will laugh at that.
We should all just be coping with posting Destiny Sigma edits then, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you can make fun of Destiny with Sigma edits, yes, at his expense, yes. You can actually do that, yeah.
Well, we're not making fun of Epstein at his expense. I don't think he cares very much. It's just his victims that are left, and they don't.
MBTT, thank you so much for the 5 months up. Thank you so much. Also, by the way, okay, all right? None of this is possible without people like you, okay? I need to be able, all right? The work that I put in to acquire content for you guys, okay, is invaluable, all right? Is invaluable, okay? The fact, I think I may have the only copy of this now, okay? I think I might have the only copy of this on my computer right now, okay? You guys should donate money, okay? You guys should donate money. That's what I'm saying, okay? That's what I'm saying, all right? You guys should donate money. Give me money, all right? What I'm doing is community service. All right. Anyway.
I don't like the fact that he's being memed and being treated as charismatic. So I don't know. You're not making fun of Epstein, that's for sure. He doesn't care.
Okay. Did I ask?
I'm just saying. Yeah, it's like I just think.
Do you know what the intent of a joke is? It doesn't have to be correlated to the person. The person doesn't have to receive the joke.
In my autism, I actually understand the
it doesn't have to be received
better than most people who make jokes. Actually, which is part of my problem.
Dude,
is that I think a lot of people
for this joke to work, it doesn't have the person doesn't have to see the joke. By the way, Perry's in waiting. If you want to talk to Perry, that's up to you.
Yeah, I do actually want to talk to Perry.
Yeah, it doesn't. Epic. The person doesn't have to look at the joke for it to be at their expense. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's fine. All conversations end. I want to talk with Perry. Hi, Perry.
Oh no, Perry's gonna spurg out again.
Watch. Why are you so quiet?
Oh no.
Did you take the mic out of QQ's ass and start using it?
What?
I love you so much, okay? Based. That's the attitude you should have against these people. Based. Okay, sorry.
Never mind.
She was.
What's going on?
Why are you here?
Why am I here? Well, yeah, people were saying, well, Duckbringer's talking about you, Perry. Duckbringer's shit talking you, and I.
Bro, this person sounds retarded.
What are you saying? What are you saying about me?
She's making accusations about you.
I was shit talking to the community. I wasn't actually. So, Perry, you obviously had my stalker on. I asked you not to have my stalker on. You still have my stalker on.
Too bad. He's not a stalker, but whatever.
He is a stalker, and you tried to contextualize him as not, and that's damaging to me.
Yeah, the context is that he's not.
He actively was making up weird fucking sexual fantasies about me and harassing people in this community and other communities with like optional platforms after we already kicked him out of this platform. And Perry, do you know? You probably feel good about this. Do you know, Perry, that you instigating him with that call actually made him spiral so much that he got committed after that, and that's why people didn't hear from him for some months.
That's so ill,
good thing. I felt safe until he got out, and then I suddenly all fucking.
Well, you shouldn't feel safe in the first place. Like, you're pretending he's a stalker. There's like no reason to believe so. Like, you've invented this threat to you, and now you're going to complain that people like me are like bringing it out
about me after he got.
First of all, you have no proof that was you. In fact, it's retarded to think it was you. You send that to me. I saw that part of it's like nothing.
Perry,
okay, yeah, all right. Well, when they put Dylan Burns in a mental asylum, I'll start trusting them a bit more. But like, I saw the ARG. It's not particularly. Oh my god, dude. Anyway, when I saw the ARG, it's not good. It's not meaningful.
What
Perry, how's your
ARG? What are you talking about?
The gay Duckbringer ARG that she brought up, man. Alright, keep up, retard.
Take your dick off. Brain aneurysm or something?
And I'm not actually.
What? Impressive. Very impressive, Zanaf. Very impressive stuff.
Enough that it could be him, but either way, he's posted.
It's not him. It doesn't make sense for it to be him. You idiot. Anyway, you were saying.
It's love, you idiot.
My point is that, you made a mentally ill man spiral. I asked you to not make it a big thing.
Pretend that's what I did. I asked you not to talk about this guy who was shit talking me, Farriad. You did, okay? And
what? Perry, how's your mustache?
You're saying don't.
Wait, Perry.
All right, now you're gonna change subjects. Why would I not talk about the guy? That's why
I need to know the state of your mustache. How is your mustache doing?
This is so mentally ill. Like, what are these people even talking about? I'm so confused. I came here to see snarkers debate destiny or debate, like, snarking in general, or to confirm my prior conceptions about them, right? But, Freudian slip, get it? But anyway, but, like, what the fuck are they even talking about? Oh, wait, hold on. How's your mustache doing? How's my stalker? By the way, you're fine, okay? But I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, okay? Just, like, what the fuck?
It's actually fine. But, like, I tell you, the guy was not a stalker. He never stalked you. He never, like, came to you.
Wait, Perry, what did you think was going to happen when you tilted the
Yeah, you definitely came from 4chan. I can
glass
see it.
towards your face with the piece of paper in it? Did you think it was going to stay in place? What did you think was going to happen?
That's a tough one, man. He's like not a stalker. It's like so gross. You're just gonna like defame this guy, basically. Like go on every Discord server you have.
He's definitely a stalker. I definitely had to
every mentally ill person's a stalker. Zanaf, you fucking retard. Well, you didn't have to.
But every stalker is a mentally ill person,
Perry. He was messaging me, Perry. You realize he was messaging me.
Not every stalker is a mentally ill person. Wait. You know what? I don't want to break it apart, okay? I don't want to break it. I don't want to look inside, okay? I don't want to do it, okay? I think it's just not good for my health, okay? I fear that I will see something that will drive me nuts, and I don't want to.
He's saying that he was concerned and considered me a threat because of a picture that he's.
Stalkers can be mentally ill. Stalkers are almost always mentally ill, and in the case where a stalker is not mentally ill, that's like such an extreme scenario to which you might as well just say all stalkers are mentally ill, right? Like, we can always come up with edge cases for literally everything, okay? However, then that kind of differentiates, or that kind of defeats the purpose of saying some colloquial statement like everything is X or everything is Y, right? As humans, we talk colloquially. We don't talk like analytical, weird-ass professors or scientists, okay? If you want to talk about things in an academic setting, perhaps the Slop YouTube drama space is not exactly an academic setting, considering how retarded everybody is. But you know what?
Supposedly sent me that I never fucking looked at. Do you realize that, like, I was an actual
he's
fucking
mentally unwell. That doesn't
that I
make him a
was friends
stalker,
with, and
you
you
idiots.
were inciting them, right?
Yeah,
and
that
not
doesn't
only
make him a
that, that
stalker.
you
Also,
had
I wasn't
other people
inciting him
on
either, you fucking
to
liar. You're just
contextualize
lying
me as a
about what I'm
stalker. Do
doing,
you
you
remember
fucking
what
piece
I?
of
Do
shit.
you remember what you were trying to contextualize me
You
as
are
a stalker?
you're more of a stalker to Smugbug and Wiz than he was to you.
Because I posted frog legs at Wiz, and because I posted...
You're under your
Wiz from
downplaying you did to
Smugbug?
them, where you were like constantly DMing them, but like when
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know why for some reason, but like, there's some loner box orbiters that are just like full-on tankies, and they get really cozy with loner box, okay? But they're hiding their power level 100%. And I think these two people are Smugbug and Wiz, all right? They have a show called like the Pond Scum Podcast, and Lonerbox tried for a time to turn Smugbug into an actual content creator. Like, he tried to give Smugbug a career, basically, right? Like, that was his goal. That was his aim, like his literal aim, okay? But then I think, like, I think in retrospect, that's probably not the right move, considering how Smugbug is like literally, like, he is playing footsie with Queeman. He's playing footsie with the Destiny Antifans. These are the exact same people that Lonerbox does not want to get tangled with, right? Like, Lonerbox does not want to get tangled with people like Jay Stelk or Queeman, except in contexts of Israel versus Palestine, right? Or talking about that, because otherwise it's just like a whole fucking like thing. It's a toxic thing where Lonerbox cares about his community, so he doesn't want his community to turn into like an anti-fan group, right? For Destiny, considering his history with Destiny. So I understand that part. But yeah, again, that's the anyway.
I was not
they do it to
constantly
you,
DMing
when Tech
him.
does it to you,
You
you're
showed a
overplaying it.
bunch
It's
of
like the double
DMs where
standard is
Smugbug was
insane.
messaging back and forth with me. He showed you like a clip of them, and then it was like I sent him one message.
And now they're pivoting to turn Lonerbox and Destiny fans into anti-fans. Lonerbox will never be. I think Lonerbox will always like try to excommunicate anti-fans that go too far. I think that there probably is at least like several anti-fans in his core community, right? Obviously, like, you can never prevent all of them, right? Like, just like how in my community there will always be anti-fans, right? Of Destiny as well, but they just like being in my community, and that's fine, all right? As long as you don't mind being around like a bunch of DGers, like, it's like whatever, right? But I think that.
Go to the testing annex.
But you know, oh shit. But yeah.
Every like week when I was
It was
actively
unwanted
chatting.
DM contact. The same
No,
thing.
It's very
wasn't.
currently
I was
online
chatting.
shit,
Do you
okay.
realize, Perry? Do you realize I have a
It was
bunch of
unwanted
DMs
content,
with
and then
people?
you
Perry,
screamed
do you
about it,
not
which is
have
like
DMs with
ARG
people where you're just
that's
sending? Wait,
allegedly
Perry,
accepted about you.
Mirusi and Sofer are big anti-fans now. Sofer isn't a part of Lonerbox's community anymore, right? But yeah, I don't think I don't think Sofer is. But Miruzi is still the head mod for Destiny, right? Is that so? Dude, by the way, Mirusi fucking hates me with a burning passion, okay? Like, she wakes up every day and thinks of me, all right? She wakes up every day, thinks of me, and she's like, I fucking hate Foodshops. That motherfucker. How dare she try to like dig into Loner Box's relations before Foodshops returned from her hiatus, and she didn't even have a channel during that point. Yeah, you know what? All right, it's okay, because I always knew you would turn out this way.
Perry.
You are just as bad.
Perry.
Allegedly.
Perry.
Is it Loner Box?
Do you realize that I have a bunch of DMs with people that are just me sending them stuff because they're
Do you realize
streamers that I
a
know?
bunch of people? I just DM unwantedly a bunch of people, Perry.
Do you realize that Smugbug intentionally, because he had all of my messages ignored, you couldn't see the context of what I was sending him.
No, I could see your.
And by the way, perhaps the biggest crime when it comes to these when it comes to these Loner Box orbiters is that they're just plain boring, dude. They're just plain boring. All right, they're not even fun to watch. Like none of these people match up to any kind of like, they're literally charisma black holes, and none of them are any fun to watch. It's just so stupid. Like, they try to create content, and just try looking at Smugbug's like fucking show, okay? Like, it's the most remedial, like, not concise, completely like Adderall fueled like spurgouts I have ever. It's so cringe. It's just so cringe.
Man, I
Anyway.
can see both sides of the messages.
So
and you're just gonna
I was sending him stream suggestions. I was still a part of his community. He hadn't communicated to me in any way that he didn't want to talk to me. He was still engaging with me.
He did. You sent
in
me
his
that
community.
as well. But yeah,
No,
just
he
rewrite history,
didn't.
I guess. Okay. We
No,
saw
he
it on
didn't.
stream. I don't know why you're pretending otherwise, but okay.
He was engaging
Why
with
are
me
you
in the pond
pretending
on his
otherwise,
stream. I
Perry?
called
Well,
into
it's
his
on my stream, man. I don't know why you're pretending otherwise.
What I'm saying is the
Oh,
way
sorry.
that you
You were
guys
pretending
contextualize
on
those
Called it his
messages made
stream.
me seem
Yeah.
creepy as fuck.
He was talking on his stream about how like you're a freak.
Well,
and
I
he doesn't
got
have to deal with
ousted
you.
from a community, and I
You
guess
got ousted, like you're like the ultimate victim.
he felt
Awesome.
uncomfortable with what I was saying. He didn't say anything. He's a grown ass man.
He's a grown ass. Well, he did say stuff to you. I mean,
I
he showed
told
that to
Tex
us, but I
several
guess you're gonna
times.
pretend
I told him,
otherwise.
do not contact
No,
me.
you didn't,
I said,
by
do
the
not
way. You
contact
never
me.
showed
Do not
that. Yeah,
contact me. Do not
after all this
contact me.
stuff, yeah.
Do not try to contact me through my friends. Do not try to make alternate accounts and contact me. And do you know what Tech did? He still
Also, you've never
contacted
shown
me.
us that you said that. To be clear, you never showed us that you said that. But okay, I'll take your
Because
word for it.
you don't
Us,
get
Perry?
private. You don't, because you revealed my information because of a
Yeah.
crazy person. That doesn't give you the right
Yeah.
for me to
Yeah,
go
that's
through
not fair.
everything
Ow.
else with you so that I
Yeah.
can prove
Perry,
myself.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is
Yeah,
that you
me.
invaded my
You never showed me
privacy.
this.
Schizophrenic?
Yeah, you never
I
showed me
did.
this. You never showed me this, Zuckerberg.
I did. I told you, by
I'm
the
pretty sure you
way.
did.
Why would you
No, you
need
told
to
me.
show you anything?
Well, because if she's going.
These people never cared about women. Okay, let's just be honest. All right, they never care about women ever. They only use caring about, and it's as plain as to see. Like, this fact isn't even being debated. It's like so clear that they're using this like, oh, we care about women thing to go after Destiny. But then in actuality, like, none of them give a fuck about any of their women in their own space. Like, they'll literally weaponize the genders of like people in their own space in order to attack Destiny with it, because that's the only thing these women are useful for in like from their perspective, right? It's so cringe, dude. But whatever. Yeah.
Say, I treated.
So then in the end, in JStock's server, you just end up with a bunch of pygmies.
Tech
You
this
have to
way.
know this.
Sell down, Lil Gup. I treated
What
Tech
right
this
do
way,
you
and that's
have
why
here?
it's
What
unreasonable
right
for
do you have to
him
know
to
this?
treat me
What
this way,
right
because
do you have to know
Deathbringer
this?
is making a claim. Deathbringer's making a
What
claim.
do you
And this
have
guy's
to
a
say
stalker.
that?
No, she's making a claim. Deathbringer's
Perry,
making a claim.
yeah,
What,
it's
sorry?
because when I
Claim
Perry,
is
my
that he's a
claim is that
stalker.
Perry, my
If
claim
I
is
want
that
to
when
know
I
that he's a
blocked him,
stalker, I need to
Yeah,
see the
Perry,
way that he engages with her.
Perry, I'm
and that's
about to
why I
mute you
need
for
the
a second so I can
DMs.
talk.
This information.
Okay, Perry, my proof that he was a stalker was all of the people in my community that attested to the fact that when I blocked him, I told him, do not contact me, do not communicate with me through other means. He went on Spore's chat message board that he had created and started posting a lot of creepy and sometimes threatening messages about other community members, not only about my community, but adjacent communities.
Smugbug talked shit about Loner, and Smugbug didn't worm himself out of that, he said. Wait, did they confront about it on stream? Please tell me it was an on-stream confrontation, please. I need to see that was an on-stream confrontation, please. It would make me feel so good. Oh shit, are you actually serious? Wait, please don't tell me my shield is broken. Oh, thank God. How do you jump that far? For fuck's sake. How am I struggling against 2 hornets? It was months ago on stream. Wait, can you link me, please? Please? Uwu? You have to link me. You have to. Yeah, you think you can get me there, you motherfucker. I see you, powered by AI. I'll blow both of your thrusters off. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Now you can't fly. Bye. Oh, fuck. Are you actually... Yeah, that's right. Off. Okay.
Communities like
I'll try to
Resi.
find it.
He
Thank
started
you.
posting threatening messages about Resi because guess what? Yeah, most people didn't know that I was dating Resi. Tech unfortunately did because I used that as a fucking last defense to say, please stop hitting on me. I'm dating somebody. I'm actually dating this guy. That's what I'm talking about all the time. That's what I said.
I can't
And
believe
he
you
still
did
persisted. And he went on your stream to try to make up lies about me. If that's not a stalker, what the fuck is? Okay, you're unmuted.
Yeah, they weren't really threatening mess. Oh, why did he mute me and not Zan? If he was
I have an
interrupting
ogre
me,
fetish.
that's pretty fucked up, man.
He
That's
wasn't
pretty
talking
fucked
while
up.
I was talking.
He was talking over me. He was.
Never mind, I asked, okay? I didn't, I don't wanna, it's just, like, forget about it, okay? I just, forget that I asked, okay? What the fuck?
Talking over me, but whatever.
He knows how to behave. There's one purple being in this chat that knows how to behave, and it's not you.
It's not purple, he's like a maroon color, but okay.
Well,
Yeah, he wasn't being threatening towards Reservoir or whatever. Also, you just admitted there, basically.
he was. What do you mean? We showed
hey, now
you.
you're interrupting me. Now you're interrupting me. I have to make my points, don't I? Yeah, okay, Rezzy's like a liar. Anyway, so I saw the messages. I'm pretty sure there was not a single thing.
Sending these messages and you didn't platform
I've never seen these DMs. I've never seen. Oh, you're talking about not Rezzy. It was Spore. Spore sent me those messages. They weren't
Spore
threatening.
did, and Rezzy went on to Spicy
Rezzy never
Chat
messaged me afterwards again because I was not. Listen,
he called
Rezzy's
you
a
on
bitch. He doesn't
Spicy
talk to
Chat
me because he's afraid of
explicitly.
me.
He said that you're very stupid for not doing research on this because you actually had a lot of content that you didn't go over.
He's a complete F-slur, I agree. Yeah, he does the case. It's actually, you didn't do the content. No, I saw the messages. They weren't relevant. They weren't threatening. The messages.
You might as well just say it. Like, if you're gonna say, no, actually don't say it, okay? I need to keep monetization, okay? Jesus.
I think he handled that. That's what we might agree on. It's the way that Rezzy handled that situation makes him an F-slur. Yeah, I agree.
I need to farm money off of these guys.
So, yeah, I saw the messages. That's
What the hell?
And it's not about it being called. It's about the fact that they weren't threatening. They weren't threatening. You're saying they were threatening. And once again, I'm telling you that the reason I think it's relevant for you to show like your engagement with this tech person is that from what I've seen, tech seems like a mentally ill person who just isn't understanding the situation properly. He does not seem like a stalker. I would like to see the way that you were engaging with him behind the scenes and allegedly, according to you, telling him to disengage.
If somebody is mentally ill and schizophrenic, does that make them not a danger to somebody?
I never said that they weren't a danger. I'm saying they're not a stalker. Stalker implies that they're actively going out to they're like going to hurt you.
Also, I don't think it's a danger. You can have delusions.
Do you guys see how they redefine terms for their advantage? Do you guys see how, do you see it in real time? Oh, what you're talking about is not a stalker, but the way that you use the definition stalker is not literally a stalker, okay? The way that you use stalker isn't actually anti-fan. Like, what is the definition of anti-fan? I bet you don't even fit the definition of anti-fan, right? But then, like, to anybody else who is normal, who is watching it, they're like, yeah, that's a fucking anti-fan. Yes, that's a stalker. Yes, that's a creepy person that you should probably stay away, right? Stay away from, right? But what is the definition of anti-fan? That is gooning. Sorry,
it was directly his delusions over us having a relationship with the imagined that made him stalk me.
You haven't demonstrated your point either.
You haven't demonstrated that he was a danger to you in any way whatsoever.
You just called him mentally ill.
I agree he's mentally ill, obviously, but like that doesn't mean that he's like a danger to you in any way whatsoever.
And proof did he show you? He also said that I had a dommy-mommy relationship with me. Or he had a dommy-mommy relationship with me.
Yeah, he's mentally unwell. He doesn't understand.
He asked me to call into my fucking screen chat.
And you're saying, oh, but I have a boyfriend, Teehee, and I want to know what those DMs were like.
You can explain anything with that explanation. You understand what you're saying?
Oh,
he's just mentally ill. There's nothing wrong with that.
You even showed the DM. And by the way, I didn't want...
Are you saying that or are you saying I'm saying that?
I genuinely didn't want what happened to Tech. I think that he should have just been kept out of contact with me, not had any more instigation, and he probably wouldn't have had to get put in a fucking mental asylum and lose his house.
Also, I told him
I think what happened to him might have been partially instigated by you, because
Bro, this space is crazy, okay? When Destiny is describing how unhinged these people are, I don't think he's exaggerating, guys. I don't think he's exaggerating. By the way, again, they are mentally, like, they will stop at nothing to destroy Destiny because they're mentally ill, okay? Like, they will stop at nothing to destroy Destiny because they are mentally ill, all right? They don't know what the definition of stop is because they are obsessed, all right? Like, they're literally, like, completely schizo. Like, they have fixated Destiny as, like, this, like, unhealthy mental obsession in their mind, like an ex that they cannot get over because they think to themselves, I have to do it, this is my life. Like, to them, it is the most important thing in the world. Nothing is more important. They would have Ukraine fall if it means bringing Destiny to justice. Right?
What I did is that I was very.
I told him to talk to his brother and family about it. No, you were not clear. Now that's bullshit. You weren't clear. I saw from what I saw, and maybe it was more
like, they are
DMs.
clearly so ill. Yeah.
I was extremely clear.
No, but I've seen the DMs. You were not clear in those DMs. Even just now, you were like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." You weren't like, "Don't talk to me," block, move on. And then you're just like inventing shit about him. You're
I didn't say I didn't have a boyfriend.
Months after the fact, you bring him up to tease him. No, you said to me just now that you said to him, "Oh, I have a boyfriend. Don't talk to me." But you didn't say
it was a
last-ditch
attempt to make him.
Yeah, but we haven't seen it. We haven't seen the prior attempts, so we can't judge quality.
About the fact that
I haven't seen.
In case you're wondering, I've debated Emery before. I've debated Purple Perry before. Yeah, there are some people I debated here that are in the same call that debated me about the anti-fan shit about Destiny. So. Yeah.
About the fact that I was even posting.
Nobody cares about this information.
Nobody cares that you scream in order to justify it. Obviously, nobody cares, and I care. So cry about it.
Nobody cares.
No one cares about Ukraine either. Okay, there we go. Anyway,
this is why you lost your own commentary awards to Queeman. The guy who can't even pick up the fucking trophy.
You're not even answering my point. You haven't shown me that this guy was being unreasonable with you in DMs.
Why should she?
You haven't shown me. Why should she? Because she's claiming one thing, and I want to see if it's true.
So?
Yep, plain
so useless. You're useless. You're worthless, man.
Why are you in?
I have a person. She is trying to convince me that Tech is a stalker, and I'm saying we haven't seen that.
She's not trying to convince you of it.
But you haven't shown enough proof. You've shown like snippets.
Story.
In the same way that Smugbug only showed like a few snippets of you, you've only shown me a few snippets. In fact, you barely showed me anything. You just made claims that he was stalking you. I've only seen.
Is Smugbug just like reallocate like his attention and his mental illness to like the anti-fan community after he left? He left loner boxes. Is that what happened? That makes so much more sense now.
A few snippets from your server of the way he was engaging. I haven't seen the full stuff, so I can't say
nothing that nobody
definitively
is any
that he's a stalker.
For any of the claims that I've made tonight, probably, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So exactly.
Perry, do you remember the EPI server? Perry, wait, you can actually help me with this. Do you remember the EPI server was final?
Duck is ulting. Sorry.
Who was his mod that was the owner of that? Do you remember his name?
Was it A bunch of A's?
She said like a bunch you were helping them with the you were sweeping up the grooming servers. That's what she was saying.
Sweeping it, yeah.
I was not doing that. You're just full of shit. Now you tried to change the subject because you don't want to show the DMs.
You didn't try to detract from that. You and Queeman didn't try to put under the rug at all.
Are
you sure that's the drama? You're not denying the existence of the EPI server, but for some reason
I didn't deny the existence of it. I did talk about it. You fucking idiots.
Talked about it.
And you're changing subject. Once again, Tech was not stalking you. You have no like proof realistically that he was stalking you. You don't want to show. You're saying, "Oh,
why are you so concerned?
Why are you so concerned about anything?
Why are you so concerned about this situation?"
Well, okay. Here's the problem, Perry, is that I can absolutely
harassing you, and the evidence
I can absolutely let me look up.
Guy?
Yeah, look, Bringer. You were saying.
I mean, I was gonna say.
Has anybody studied Snarker's real-life relationships? I'm curious how the delineation is made or the obsessions contained when you can be anonymous and have online status. Oh, these people will absolutely lose their shit once their anonymity is threatened, okay? I've seen it, like, again, like, have you guys seen Ryle? Or anybody, or any of these guys, like react the moment that they get doxxed or their public information gets posted or something, right? When they have just a little bit of the same medicine that they deal to Destiny, right? Just a little bit of the same medicine, just a tiny bit. Not even like not even like a great amount, like a tiny bit of the same medicine, they freak the fuck out. They absolutely freak the fuck. I have never seen meltdowns so large as to see them freak out over their own personal information. Oh my god, it is so satisfying to watch, okay? Alright, and frankly, they deserve it, okay? Alright? Sometimes in order to understand a weapon, you need the weapon used on you, okay?
I can try to see if he's even maintained our DMs with each other. If he has like a different name, I have him blocked. It's hard to even find his fucking thing. Oh, there it goes.
This is literally a nothing burger. I don't know.
Yeah, he deleted all of his messages with me, except for the last time he tried to contact me, where I said, "What the fuck do you want?" And his response was, "I wasn't sure if you wanted to hear from me. It's okay."
Guys, I can't end stream until I finish the fucking kick contest, okay? I can't end stream. I can't do it. Alright? Went into Kalinda's server and scheduled out after she spoke to Bisco. What? Oh shit! Okay, alright, I'll check it after later. Again, I'm trying to do the challenge, okay? Where I have to do 4 extracts on 5 minutes or less. That is all the unique ways that you can get extracted. And yeah, it's like an official kick thing, okay, that I'm trying to do.
If you don't. I said, obviously what you did, what I did prior to signal to you that I did not ever see you romantically,
not like the
and
end.
all the shit you projected onto me afterwards, like doubting my abuse history. Yeah.
So I literally cannot end stream until I accomplish that. So you guys better hope. You guys better hope that I don't finish the challenge anytime soon. I keep on failing, okay?
I absolutely want nothing to do with you. Move on. And his response was, okay, I'm unsure why you blocked me, but I'll leave.
Like, for you to call him a stalker based on the way that he's engaging, even the DM snippet you're reading right now, doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god.
So, the rest of the conversation, so if I'm looking at my DMs...
The rest of the conversation.
Perry, I don't have to prove anything. I know that you're just
You don't have to. You don't have to, but I'm saying that you're just falsely claiming this guy's a stalker, or at least without any evidence.
I'm saying you're a drama farmer.
I have a bunch of evidence and several people. If you look in my server, actually,
okay, Rezi's not going to give it to me, is he? So, I mean, sure, maybe some other people who are to have it. But from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like he was being a stalker. And so for you to say I'm platforming...
wasting everyone's
time. Because he was sending a bunch of weird schizo messages. We've even deleted a lot of the stuff that he had in the server.
Schizo, not a stalker. Not a stalker.
I think if we go back to the beginning, actually, I think if we go back to the techno...
You sent weird schizo messages, in fact. You said earlier, you said those to Smugbug. But that doesn't make you a stalker, does it? According to you.
You seen this shit, Puddles?
So, therefore, you need more than just that.
Invested in this situation is pretty stalkery behavior.
So the stuff on Spore's page is still active. I can find it. It's just up in the techno...
I saw the Spore stuff. That's him being weird and schizo, not stalking.
So him saying, him making threatening messages to people in my community.
I haven't seen a single threatening message.
Him saying, "Don't you dare hurt her!" Like I know, like him saying explicit messages to Rezi about like, like him acting like he had some sort of protective like aura over me.
You can't even
pretend. Him saying that he had some sort of sexual relationship on your stream, that I was like engaging with him in an RP.
Well,
Perry, you have
but that's why I want to see full DMs.
Information on your own.
I don't.
You're not entitled to it.
From my stream, it just seems like he's mentally unwell. It seems like he's mentally unwell. I don't have enough information to definitively say this guy was stalking you. I don't have that.
Guys, when you're stuck in this online space and your entire thing is to cover these motherfuckers, it's very hard to not become just as insane as them, okay? It becomes very difficult to, okay? It's a miracle. It's a miracle I'm still connecting with any type of grass-touching rhetoric, okay? It's a miracle, okay? It's a miracle. I have to ground myself. Do you see? Do you see what I have to deal with? This zoo? This asylum? This madness? I've been trapped here for so long. I almost forgot what I feel like, look like. See the world. So when Destiny says that, yeah, definitely Foodshops is weird, but I support her or whatever, look, I can't help it but be weird, okay? I have no choice but to be weird. It is the long-term exposure effects of being in this specific corner of the internet. It is impossible to avoid, okay? I have no choice but to be weird.
The guy that is stalking you, retard. You want me to say that he's a...
You want to enlist the help of the #1 A-logger? Motherfucker. Okay? Yeah. I'm gonna be a little weird.
And I don't want to do that because I don't have the proof.
Several people in my server saying that I explicitly told him to stop contacting me, and he kept trying to find ways to contact me. That's not enough proof for you?
Right. I don't trust the people in your server. No, I don't. I don't trust Xanath. I don't trust Spore. That's not enough proof. Sorry.
Trust Dogbbringer.
Yeah, because you're fucking retarded.
So you don't see how the fact that he imagined an entire psychosexual relationship with me might have made him a dangerous person who kept engaging with me afterwards?
I would see that, Dogbbringer, if I had the evidence to show that actually happened, but I don't.
Showed you, honestly, Perry.
You're not showing it, so you have it. So you have it.
Have you donated to the AFU?
And now you're gonna. If you keep doing this, you keep changing the subject. As soon as I have you on the, you haven't shown me enough evidence. You change the subject.
Why would you not show it?
You can't, because okay, I've already explained this. That I have the DMs after the Perry stream, where he asked why.
Wait, do you guys remember if I completed the Metro escape? You guys remember if I completed the Metro escape? Fuck, I don't remember.
Why I blocked him, and I explained why I blocked him, and he said, "Okay, I'm unsure why you blocked me, but I'll leave."
Oh,
and then the other messages are him wishing me happy Valentine's Day and a very like weird message, right? And me saying, "I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is Sport's favorite holiday."
So you kept talking with him after he was talking with him.
Nobody cares about it.
So if he's a stalker, you're engaging and enabling
this was 5/28. Right? This was after I blocked him. After what I'm saying is that there's a period where I blocked him, right?
Right.
And then there was a period after he had the call that I.
This is so weird, dude. It's like, why does she have to? Why is it her? What the fuck?
Even, like, I don't know.
Why would you unblock him?
Why would?
Yeah, that's one point. Exactly.
Why would anyone waste time on this topic?
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? The actual retort.
No, honestly,
I want to. It seems like you're engaging with this guy after you called him a stalker. So that doesn't make much sense, does it?
What, like? Okay. To be fair, do people not go back? Do some people like? Don't women go back to their abusers all the time? I'm not saying that this is that specific case, but like, does that like invalidate their behavior? I thought we were supposed to categorize their behavior that is not that is supposed to be separate from the person who is engaging with them's behavior, right? Like these two are two different things. Sure, maybe Duckbringer didn't make the best decisions, right? Like, let's just say she was feeling insecure and lonely one night, and she like craved any kind of attention, including from her stalker. So she decided to unblock just to talk with them. That's a very mentally ill. Again, I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, okay? Hypothetically speaking, let's just say that happened. Well, that still doesn't like take away from his actions, right? Like just trying to like present the other side here, just in case it was true, right? But anyway.
I can't. I literally can't do anything. All the things that
don't make sense. You chose this.
You have proof, right? You did your own stream. You witnessed him having a weird psychosexual attachment to me.
No. Address why you unblocked him.
Emery.
Address why you unblocked him.
She's not gonna address it.
I don't even know that I unblocked him. I'm saying that I think I unblocked him. What I'm saying is that I think I unblocked him on July the 7th because he emailed me, and I think I unblocked him, and I said, "What the fuck do you want?" No.
Well, if we could see those DMs to see if you handle it properly or not. If this is your stalker, you just having a regular convo with him would be bad. And so it would be... That's why it's... So that's what we're pointing out. We're saying...
Gaslighting.
Let's go.
And also no proof of a restraining order.
You're right. Somebody confronting somebody that is shown to go above...
Yeah, but were you confronting him or were you just having a cordial convo? You said you were having a cordial convo about Valentine's Day.
That I was going to get a restraining order against him if he kept trying to contact me. You're right.
Actually, the answer is you shouldn't do that. You should after the first time. You shouldn't keep doing that.
You know why I don't want to show my DMs right now? The last couple ones.
Because they show that you're being cordial with him?
No, because they have his docs in it, because I made it clear to him.
Yeah, don't dox the
I
guy.
had his
Obviously, you can censor the
information,
docs.
And
It's the
I
most
was going
obvious
to
shit
get
of
a
all time.
restraining order against him.
So it sounds
if
like
he
you're
continued
escalating
to
things with him, by
contact
the way,
me.
but whatever. Yeah, you don't have to show
And the
docs,
rest
you
of
can
the
censor
DMs,
that.
I can show you. Basically, everything above that, I can show you. I can
I want
show
to see
you.
all
What do
of
you
it
think?
just with the stuff.
To be fair, if someone is stalking you and doing creepy shit, like, isn't that... Look, I'm not saying, like, dox for every single, like, op against you, right? Like, I'm not saying you should dox every op, but, like, I'm just saying if someone's, like, stalking you, I don't think you're responsible for their mental illness, right? If you fire off a warning shot like that. Or you just shoot them in the face, I guess, when it comes to, like, getting doxed, right? Like, if someone is, like, really following you around like that and doing creepy, weird shit, no, I don't know. I think you can justify doxing, no?
Stuff that's a doc censor, that's what I want to say.
Oh,
Who cares?
It doesn't really... Here's the problem, right? He's deleted all of his sides of the message. So
Oh, that's what you said, that you could read
insert
it.
whatever the fuck that you want to from the rest of it.
Well,
you can say, oh,
actually, I could still use your side.
Duckbringer, oh, maybe you were responding to this. Maybe you were saying this and this and this. And it's going to be an infinite fucking loop with
First
you.
of all, how
The
are you?
fact
How
that I
did you delete
responded-
it?
The fact
If
that I'm
you were
telling
reading
him-
it, you were reading his DMs moments ago, but now he's deleted them.
No, we have a exchange of messages in where I dox him after I unblocked him, when I told him I have the ability to send a restraining order against him, and I will.
He doxed himself on my friend's text board, the harasser guy. I dislike that. I felt the need to unblock him to tell him to stop posting around under people's videos about my them BF. Oh. To be fair, like, he wasn't gonna stop, right? Like, even if you told him to stop, he wasn't gonna stop. There's no way he was gonna stop doing that. Yeah. Like, for people, like, for example, right? Like, my dead name is already out there. And, like, if somebody, like, puts out my dead name in an effort to harass me, right? It's not like I can, like, message every single one of them. It's just not practical. Like, at some point, you have to realize, wait, what is it that I can actually control, right? But and threaten a restraining order? Okay, I see.
Didn't contact me after that, so I didn't take further legal action. Now, all of the messages above that...
And now you're saying he deleted. Oh, above that they're deleted, okay.
I've recited the DMs after that, except for the one where I doxed him. I didn't include that one. I didn't read it. I started looking at the message and I was like, oh yeah, this is the one where I go fucking hard. I'm not going to get into this because that's going to be whatever.
So
the rest of them, I'm saying, it's me saying, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I said, it's your fault for not taking the obvious communication I gave you. I didn't dodge it. And it's
so
not
when
your
were these
business.
messages?
You were the one prying, requiring that I tell you more so you wouldn't worry. You manipulated me into giving you more info you weren't privy to, and then you fucking leaked that info. You need to reflect, retard. I see the messages you send with other people. I want nothing to do with you. Stop harassing me and my friends, or I will take legal action. And that was before...
I feel like these are the kinds of people who would defend kidnappers and gaslight kidnapping victims if the kidnapping victim, like, falls in love with their kidnapper at some point. No? Like, these are the exact kinds of people who would do something like that. Like if a kidnapper, like Stockholm Syndrome, right? Like, if somebody, yeah, if a kidnapping victim falls in love and then they're like, nah, that person isn't actually a kidnapper because, you know, you fell in love with your kidnapper and, you know, like, that just doesn't speak to a kidnapping situation. If you love them, then that means you can leave anytime, right? Like, again, like, it's so easy to gaslight shit like that, but it's crazy. It's crazy happening to this bitch.
Your stream with him, by the way.
You said it was after, but now it's before? Okay.
No, I'm saying...
So it's before, alright.
Perry, there was a timeline. So I have messages with him...
Yeah, that you keep mixing it up,
before your stream, and then I blocked him. After your stream, when he continued to contact me because you incited him and put me in danger.
I didn't incite him. Again, you just like inventing info. I didn't incite him.
A drastic action and threaten legal action against him.
You tried to dox him, actually. You didn't just try legal action.
And because he thought that I was going to leak the picture of him in a skirt, he deleted all of his messages.
Yeah, just like, okay. Well, you tried to dox him, and so he was afraid of that. But you were going to just pretend it was about the skirt.
I was saying that I was going to send a letter to the court about a restraining order.
So when did the parts where you sent his docs, when did that happen? Was that before or after the stream?
After.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's only possible to send a restraining order if you know what their docs is, right? Like, this is something. Well, I mean, I think that Duckbringer does know his docs, so she can send a restraining order. But let's just say hypothetically, there's a stalker after you, but you don't know anything about them. Hypothetically speaking, if you don't know anything about them, isn't it kind of unreasonable to expect the person being stalked to try to find out that information somehow on their own? Because the course isn't going to do it for you. They really aren't. They're not going to do that shit for you. Okay? You have to do the work. The work has to be done on your part. Okay? So, like, so does that mean that Perry is just going to ask, hey, why didn't you file a restraining order, huh? Why are you not filing a restraining order? If you didn't try filing a restraining order, then I mean, did you actually feel as though you were being stalked? Actually, right? Seems kind of unreasonable. No? Yeah, of course. It's
way
silly.
after when he kept trying to contact me after because it was still an active situation where.
But that's not inciting a mentally ill man. But me asking you questions about your disgusting behavior, that's inciting. But you trying to dox him isn't inciting.
Informing somebody that I am going to take legal action against them, so that I
you're not saying
have
inciting,
a
you're saying
record with
informing.
the court.
But I'm
Perry,
not interviewing, I'm inciting.
Perry, I'm going to mute you because I'm about to ban you because you're actually just being stupid, okay?
Just ban
So
him.
me informing somebody that I'm about to make a record with the court of their harassment is the most I will do when it comes to clarifying something with a stalker. And I don't owe them that. But I decided that if he actually ceases from this way, I don't need to get the law involved. I don't need to have something on his record, whatever. He doesn't have to get served something from me. I don't have to worry about any potential PII being...
Some people deserve to have their records tarnished, to be honest. Like, if you were to ask me, I think that if you're an adult, your actions should have consequences. And failure to seek mental assistance until you're starting to harm other people, I think that should be grounds for any kind of defensive mechanism, including even potentially ruining their lives in a way, right? Because, like, how else would that action have any kind of consequence? It's just that, like, what? Like, you try to prevent something horrible from happening to them and they just don't learn their lesson, so that they're just gonna do that same thing to other women? Yeah, I think at some point you kind of have to ruin their lives in a way, right? Like defensive ruining their lives.
released by that.
Yeah.
This was the easier route. I messaged him.
Too much mercy, okay? Too much mercy.
Only my side of a conversation where I am bickering back and forth with him about his obsessed shit and how he's interrogating me over my relationship. Now, the problem with me leaking you just my side of the conversation, in addition to the fact that you can contextualize anything I'm saying and make it up, is the fact that you are not privy to any of this information. And you shouldn't be. And you'll never be. Because you're not a trustworthy person, Perry. You're a shit stirrer. You don't...
I'll let you know that I am, okay? Anybody that you ask, except for tomfoolery, okay? It's tomfoolery side, okay? Anybody you ask who has entrusted me private information, I have always kept private, okay? Always. Wait, have I ever leaked information like that before? I'm not sure, actually. No, I think I had, but a long time ago. Long time ago.
Don't care.
Finally.
You're not genuine with anything. Shut up, Zan. It's cooler without you saying bars. But...
Always cool. Bars.
It's whatever, man. Whatever.
Fuck you.
Whatever.
That's cute.
Oh my god, get on with it. The flirtation's gross. Let's go. Let's move.
Zan explicitly, let's like while Perry is like muted here, Zan, you're not romantically interested in me at all, are you?
No.
Okay, good, because I'm not romantically interested in you either. I love having you as a friend, though. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I almost lost so much. Yeah. Bro, can we not?
Off
What,
stream.
Are you
and the
jealous?
That's how it works, right?
on
You just
stream.
say
I'm
stuff.
cringing.
Huh?
I consider Perry a trustworthy person
Alright,
off
bros. Oh,
stream
okay,
than the
gotcha.
person that he is on
He's
stream.
laughing at you.
Character.
He's literally
I'm gonna go
laughing
back
at
to
you
closing
right
my
now.
eyes.
No, I'm laughing
Perry
at you,
doesn't
Zan.
exist
I'm
off
laughing at
stream.
you.
I'm
you're
sorry to
not.
say. I'm
You're
sorry to say,
lying.
Space Station.
I'm laughing
If
at
you
you,
think
Zan.
if you think Perry,
Thank you, Space. So, Doug
if
Bringer, I'd
you
like to respond
think
to what you said.
Perry
Why would you
exists off
respond?
stream, I'm sorry.
Why did I
Space,
respond to what you said?
Yeah.
disturbed.
So
you don't know
basically,
what you're
Doc,
talking about.
You're saying I'm not privy to that information, but you are making claims based on that information. And so then stop making the claim. Stop making the claim.
Stage 4
If that's what
cringe.
you
I
wanna
know.
do.
Why?
Stop going in all these
Why?
different discords.
Why?
Plenty of
crying.
proof that it happened to me, Perry. Even without my DMs, you have all of the information
I
around you to
don't.
show
I'm
that he
literally
was stalking
saying I
me.
need the DMs.
Well,
I don't.
after I
have-
told him.
I have that shows that he's schizo.
No, you don't.
Exactly. Even Zanif agrees. I don't have the
What
info.
makes you
Zanif
think that you're
agrees. I don't
privy
have
to
the
my
info.
DMs so that I can prove that I was being stalked when I have all of
It
the proof
is-
that I was being stalked?
The fact that you are not showing adequate proof, as I am stating, we have
Not
proof that
enough
he's
for you.
schizo.
Nothing will ever be enough for you. Me showing
No, it
you
would
my,
be- well-
me showing you my DMs won't be.
That's right. Yeah. Oh my god. Are you serious?
Enough
If
for
you
you.
show the DMs
I got
and
this.
he is not being a stalker, that would not be enough. But if you show me the DMs and he's being a
Oh,
stalker,
Miss
that would be
Frog.
enough.
Well, Miss
Stalker
Frog,
is,
certainly. What Perry's doing right now, he's saying, Miss Frog, certainly, if you carry me on your
Frog.
back, even though I am a
That's what
scorpion,
God.
I will not
I'm
sting
not saying you
you.
have to send them.
I
I'm
promise.
saying either
I
send
promise.
them
I
or stop
simply want to
claiming that
get
he's a
across the
stalker.
water. It's a very simple
Either send
situation.
them.
Why is not? Why
Or
is
stop
not
claiming
the
he's a
ultimatum
stalker.
You're presenting.
It's not. It's because otherwise you are making
Because
claims
you're
without
irrelevant
any
in this
evidence.
situation, and
You're
you
no-
want
you're
to be
no-
relevant.
God, you're so fucking.
That's true,
useless,
actually.
man.
Perry knows that he is going to wither into oblivion in the next year, and I will overtake him without Duckbringer content.
It's just
So
'cause
I'm
then
giving you a
stop
good
saying-
gift
You're
for the
literally
new
going
year.
around discords harassing this
sweating
guy
right
basically,
now.
like
I'm
shit talking him and saying I'm a bad person.
No,
for what
I
do,
actually
when there's no
didn't say
evidence
he
that
was a
shows
bad
that.
person. I said that he was a stalker
you-
because
yeah,
he was a
okay.
stalker, and he agrees that he was a
stalkers are
stalker
good
based on the
people.
fact that he stopped contacting me when I actually threatened
That doesn't
legal
mean
action.
he's a
And
doesn't mean
only
he agrees, you
after
idiot.
that,
That doesn't mean he agrees,
by
you
the way.
idiots. You could threaten a non-stalker with
Apparently
legal action
Cleveland
if they
comes in
speak to you,
later.
and they will
Fuck
stop
me.
speaking
I
with
didn't
you.
say
See, this is what I
that
mean.
he
You're not
was a
showing
bad person
adequate
in
proof
that
for your
situation.
claims.
I said that you were the bad person in that situation, by the way.
Right, but you're saying that he agrees he's a stalker because he stopped talking to you.
So you're
No,
not
you
mentally ill,
threatened
right,
him with his
Perry?
docs.
So Perry,
You
are
threatened
you
him with his
mentally ill?
docs.
Oh, Perry's
Perry, are you
100%
mentally
mentally
ill?
ill.
Bringer. Did you threaten him
Okay,
with his docs? And
I
he
need to know
stopped,
before I
speaking
go
with you
forward,
after?
because I don't want to end up with another stalker. Are you mentally ill, Perry?
And now you're just memeing out of it again. It's like, I have, again, you're dead to rights here.
This is a very
You're
serious
saying
question. I need you to answer. Are you mentally ill?
that this guy's a stalker. You're saying that this guy's a stalker. You have no proof to show it. I'm
Are
saying,
you
stop
mentally
saying
ill?
it and stop criticizing
Yes.
me. Stop criticizing me
Oh man,
for
this is something that a
platforming
mentally ill
him
person would do.
without
They're
any
not
proof.
answering
Without any
questions.
proof.
What?
And you're like, no, but I want to degrade and insult you, Parry, without showing any evidence. All right, well then you're you're a piece of shit.
The
I don't know.
evidence is your entire stream of what you
The evidence
did.
is not on my stream. As
When I
I've already
asked
gone
you
over.
not
The
to, when I
evidence is not on
called
my
into your
stream.
stream and I told you, don't delete
You
your
screwed
VOD,
up,
I
yeah.
might have to use it as evidence in getting a restraining
Yeah, but
order
there's no
against this
evidence on my
person
stream.
because
The
I've
evidence that
told
he's
them
schizo
to
is
not
there, not that
contact
he's a
me and they've
stalker.
made threatening messages to my friends, which is the stalker behavior happened.
I
that-
residue.
he
I
was
residue.
clearly blocked. If I was blocked, right? Did he not say that I blocked him when he called in?
Oh, maybe, sure.
Okay.
Maybe,
so
sure.
after that point, he
I
was
remember, man.
sending messages on my friend's message board and on his,
You
and on his
remember
text
everything
board
else,
that were
huh?
threatening. That were clearly him that he fessed
They
up
weren't
to
really
afterwards.
threatening. I've seen the messages. They're more schizo than threatening, but okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
But it's the same, like you're saying, Parry, you're just deciding.
Oh,
Yeah, obviously.
They're more can schizo messages be threatening? Wait, what? They're more schizo than threatening. Can they be both? Can they be both? Like, can't they be both?
I don't remember what he said. I remember your messages
Okay.
to a
This is the
significant degree.
stupidest conversation.
That's
This
the
is
evidence
I've
you're
gotten in a
using.
lot of
I
fucking
know,
stupid
it is
conversations.
stupid. Yes, it's retarded. Yeah, because all of these guys are sweeping for anti-woman behavior. They're all sexists, okay? They're all woman stalkers IRL, and if Perry concedes on this, then Perry also has to concede that he himself is a stalker of like 50 women in his real life, okay? That is why. All right, in case you're wondering why he's defending this person so hard. 100%, you need to check Perry's flash drives, okay? And his hard drives. Because 100% this motherfucker is stalking women IRL, and he's defending himself, all right? He's actually defending himself by defending this person. He thinks he's defending himself, okay? 100%. Anyway.
Conversations this year, but I managed
Perry,
to get
I have no proof and you should believe me. I have no
proof.
proof and you should believe me. That's what you're saying. I have no proof.
You shouldn't.
You should. All right, well then you're full of shit. I agree. All right, we agree that Brian's full of shit. She goes in all these different discords. She's talking Perry and tech.
Oh my god, the
I guess
biggest...
because she's in a bad mood.
The biggest bag of shit telling me I'm full of shit. You know what, Perry? Yeah, you're right. I'm full of shit. I'll take it from you.
All right, good. So apologize to Tech and me.
No, fuck off.
Not at all.
Well, you're full of shit, so you should apologize to just lying
I
about
want you.
it.
No, why?
Are you circumcised, Perry?
Why is that?
Because she just admitted she's full of shit. Yeah, but her word is making, the unassumed claim. The default state is that he's not a stalker. You have to prove that he is.
And?
So? And therefore, Duckbringer's just like a liar, defaming people, she's full of shit.
Drumming up drama out of nowhere.
This is my.
Well, no, Duckbringer brought all of this up in the Snarky chat.
No, you came here. You specifically
I came here, yeah, well, Duckbringer left Snarky. She was in Snarky and then she left.
Well, yeah, she's the one deciding to make the claims that he is allowing a grooming server to happen. So
no, but he came.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. We didn't even get into that.
You definitely
I came in here because she left
that.
Snarky, where
You
she
didn't
was
deny
making
that,
false claims
Emery.
about me. I did deny it.
Yeah, so it was your incentive.
I've accused you of two things that are on camera of you doing that. All I need to do is get off this call.
Yeah, she's defaming me. I guess her defaming me in the same way that I guess if Tech was
so it's all about
stalking
you.
her, it would
It's
be
not
her
about
incentive.
Tech, it's about you.
You've certainly defamed me more than I've defamed
Obviously,
you,
I care
Harry.
about
I don't know
her
if that's.
insulting me as
I don't know
well.
if that's even a
I've never
competition.
defamed you, but whatever.
You defamed the fuck out of me. What do you mean?
Name one example.
You said I was
Can't
a
do it.
stalker and an abuser,
Well,
and then I might have been the abuser in my past
You were a
relationship.
stalker. Possibly. That's also I said May. Even in your recollection, I said May. So
I don't think it makes you a stalker to be somebody who's in somebody's community who hasn't blocked you, who still chats with you in their public server, and when they stream, you send them links.
Well, according to you,
I don't think that makes you a stalker.
According to you, it does.
So, for example, if all it takes is stalking is that somebody gets a bad vibe from you and they don't want to talk to you anymore, but they don't say so, and they still engage with you in public, and all you do is send them links in their stream.
Well, they did say so. Now you.
Do you regret sending this to me and making it into stream content, Duckbringer? No. Oh shit.
Just lying about what's the Spud and Wiz situation
He didn't
again.
say anything.
He did in your DMs, and I saw it, and I showed it on my stream.
No, what he was talking about was that it's best to be part ways in terms of like the pond association. Like in terms of like he was discussing. So there was the problem was Perry is that you didn't show the whole DMs with me and Smug.
Well,
I'm not
showed
really
what I
gonna
got
leak my
sent.
DMs to Smug at this point. It's old news.
I showed what I got sent.
What fucking happened is that he told me, okay, we're not gonna do the whole sharing your stream in the server thing anymore. That's fine. And like after we had the conversation, that was basically what it was. Is like, hey, we're not gonna do this. Whatever, you can still hang out. It's fine. And then that's where we went from there. Like, that's basically where I was at. That's why I'm like, okay, what has changed is that because I engaged with commentary, they didn't want to be associated with, for example, a stream where I'm comfortable saying the F slur and then ending my stream and deleting the VOD immediately. That was apparently a problem for them. So, I agreed. I was fine with that.
It's a completely ridiculous way of reframing that conversation, but okay.
That was exactly what it was about.
You want it to be about your hacking career. No, it was about they don't want to speak with you in the weird, freaky way that you were engaging with them. It was very obvious.
What weird, freaky way was I engaging with them?
Schizo DMing
I'm
them,
just gonna relax here.
Unwantedly, in a way that you would describe as
Sending
stalking.
them a picture of frog legs?
Just a picture of frog. All Tech did was send a message. Just a message. There. See, you're underplaying what you did.
Yeah,
if
and
I did that to Tech,
Wiz never
insane.
said anything about me. He never did anything to elicit that message that was completely out of the blue, right? That's what you're
I
saying?
don't even know that's true. I don't even remember. I don't remember the Wiz.
Harry, why don't you prove that I was why don't you prove that I was stalking Smug and Wiz? What's your proof?
My proof is the DMs that I showed on my
I don't know
stream.
what she's talking about.
Okay.
I say also, I'm saying by your own standards, to be clear. I'm
My
saying by
proof
your own
is the
standards,
DMs that you
stalker.
showed on your stream.
Yeah, but those aren't adequate. Those aren't adequate.
Well, neither are yours.
Did they express
Well,
that
but
they
if-
didn't want these messages?
Not at all. Never
Yeah,
once.
yes.
No, they didn't.
No.
No.
All
Okay, I wonder
Smug
what
said
tech things.
is that I think
wonder if
it's
tech
best to
things
have
you
your own
expressed.
server now. All Smug said to me, the only thing you can interpret it that is a message a month before where we had messages after that you didn't show, right? Where
Why
he
didn't
said,
they
I think
consent?
it's best we part ways. You have
Wait, is this GLaDOS person your stalker? Is this the stalker you're talking about? Oh no.
your own server now. You're going a different direction, but we wish you luck and everything like that. That was the end of our official streaming dynamic, I guess.
Duckbringer never
No? Oh, okay.
made it clear to me that she didn't want to have any contact.
No, I definitely did when I blocked him and banned him from my server. Yeah,
Are
I
you allowed
definitely
in
did.
the
I think
Ponscom
that,
server? Are you allowed in the Ponscom server?
oh, I'm sorry. Are men
Or
so
chats?
fragile that they can
Oh my god,
off
she's
by
not. She's
getting
banned, guys.
vibes?
She's banned. She's banned. She just realized by her own standards that they made it clear. Awesome. And now she's doing. Well, men need to be more clear. Is that
What?
really where you're going with this?
Is that
Are
where
you
you
banned
were
from
going
the-
with this? This is
I'm saying
just
your Harry, your
retarded
standard,
comment.
Oh my
Harry, your
God.
standard is that I wasn't
What
being
the
stalked,
fuck?
even though I made it
Ukraine,
extremely
all they have
clear
is this
to tech
week,
that
guys.
I didn't want contact from him, and he continued repeatedly to try to contact him. I made it clear to him. Now,
And so did
I would
Smug. I mean,
say
they
that
blocked you
if
for
Smug
heaven's
and
sake.
Wiz, no, they didn't make it clear to me that they didn't want me to contact them.
So they didn't block you? They didn't block you?
No.
They
You
did
didn't
block
show.
you from
No,
the server.
they ignored me. The messages that you showed, he had not
No,
even
from
yet
their
ignored me.
server
In
and
fact,
chat,
I have
from their
messages
server
from
and chat.
Smug since then. I have chatted with Smug
Yeah,
since
from
you
their
had
server
that
and
fucking
chat.
conversation.
From their server and
no,
chat.
my DMs with him. I have active
So you are
DMs
banned
with
from their
Smug
server,
still.
and you're changing the subject, but okay.
I'm banned from their. I've left
Okay.
their server.
Alright, so that should make it pretty
Okay,
clear. They don't want to have
alright.
contact with you, no?
I was
Wait,
never
am I doing it
banned.
right?
I was only ever. What? No, you're not. You're good, Dan. I was only ever stopped from sharing my
that's-
content
oh.
in the pond channel. That's all I was ever banned
Right, so it
from.
should be pretty clear,
That's what we
no?
had the
By your own
conversation
standards.
What?
Do you
If
have
somebody
Yeah,
doesn't
so they made it
want
clear they don't want to
you-
engage with you. Also, you're on.
This is what happens when when Europe has too much fucking free welfare shit, okay? What happens then is that people like Purple Perry will just go on and spend way too much fucking time, all right? Way too much fucking time going and doing this anti-fan shit. Come on, maybe we should just send you back to the mines. You know what I mean? Maybe we shouldn't have this much welfare. This is too much welfare, okay? You know, maybe there is a thing such as too much welfare, all right? You know what? I'm beginning to dig Asmongold's shtick, okay? I'm beginning to understand my man Asmongold. Ha! I'm understanding my man Asmongold, okay? I'm understanding him. Finally, I understand my man Asmongold. All right? I understand, okay? This is a schizo in a schizo world, okay? Schizo type shit, okay? Wait.
Witnessed him. I said
Well, you try.
crazy person that doesn't give you the
Say cockroaches.
right
Yeah.
for me to
Well, then-
witness him things.
Do you understand that?
Wait, where the fuck is Queeman? I thought Queeman was gonna comment. Whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. Cool. Alright, that's it. Wait, have I completed the challenge? Okay, I just extracted, okay? I can't end stream until I complete the challenge. That's my rule, okay? I have to complete the challenge so that I can submit it into the kick contesting. Wait, have I done it? Is that all the extracts? Oh my god, it only took a few hours. I have to... Okay, I have to see. I have to see! Literally... Why is this... Wait, did I... Can we not, please? Can we...
Fire here.
Is Hassan's base?
Big difference is the responses and all.
It'll tarnish his reputation if he makes Marvel slop.
So I'm very familiar
Okay,
with
Dr.
like Steam.
More passive aggressive over time, and then with the
I get like pet.
You displeased, is this what you deserve? Maybe I do. And I got by.
thing with
Yeah.
this
Is that Buried City? But that was Berry City, right? See, back then, really fucked up.
I actually don't.
Never fucking tell you.
Sorry.
It came from music where forward-facing implication is still loaded in with what Emery was saying. He wasn't, I didn't hear the conversation, but Emery clearly understands the new.
And Henry from your.
Also, did I extract from this? Hold on. By the way, your top ones, duck.
Snark.
Too, right? Is that right?
You can't criticize me.
Yes, I did extract from it. Oh my lord, what was the bounty conditions? Well, you can just search it out. Too lazy. Why did I do this? Why did I do any of this? It's a miracle. This was so painful. I had to deal with PvPers as well. Farm money off of these guys. Okay, except Duckbringer because she's a turn.
Now I'm an outsider. I don't give a fuck about this community anymore. So I'm gonna tell you all on my way out. Yeah, by the way, community is
violated. Wait, I did escape via air shaft, right?
Bladed fucking teeth fabric.
I don't need to redo that. Okay, how?
And he
for Duckbringer, but with Quayman now.
Emery,
what are you talking about?
Demonstrably
thing, right? Right. That they cannot get over. Wait, did I escape via normal? There are a lot of neutral bars, sure.
I can try to see if he's even maintained arcing thing. What?
All right. Oh shit! Where I have to do. Oh, okay. So I think that's all 4, right? I do actually think that's all 4. Wait, hold on. I gotta clip myself. I have to clip myself.
Now you're just memeing.
Schizo, then.
Well,
I shit. Okay. What happens then is that like people like stop. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't. I'm understanding. Husband goes shtick. And like then when Europe had like people like too much fucking time. Okay, I began clipping here, right? Clip.
Is that really where you're going with this?
Is that
where you're going from the?
This is
I'm saying your Perry, your standard, your standard is that I wasn't being stalked, even though I made it extremely clear to Tech that I didn't want contact from sharing my content in like the pond.